minds, great minds of something they had yet to see, and safe to bet that your dumbass hasn't either. But to say that you rejected means that you're your own deceiver, since you're only a believer of the theater that you choose. As long as someone feeds the meter, you're just a reader of the news. Since the meaner the abuse, the more you seem to be amused. You're just there to clean their shoes. Team Jorge's there to push distraction. They're obscene and there to prove their dream is only fair to who is seen as a clearly chosen few. Our despair's their only passion. Team Jorge pushes more hate.
My God, these lyrics are fucking fire. Look at that. What do you think that is? What do you think is happening that's making all those waves in the sky like that? Almost like we're getting hit with signals we can't see. Fuck, man.
Team Jorge is pure hate, and they shape what we see. Their short fate obscures great well when taking off the G. Their work rate what ensures they are safe when they deceive. Their work is absurd, may they take what they believe and shove it in their sleeves. High aces and track marks. Their disgusting disease is racist and the facts aren't staples, yet they act smart, charting everyone's course. They raise hell and attack art, starting the much needed divorce. Parting the Goyim shores while they extort our exodus. Their startling phony lore keeps forging the prejudice, imploring that the best of us never touch true glory. Team Jorge is relentless. Fuck whatever shit they're whoring off is just another poor me story that they're always selling. Their cult practices and orgies are worthy of us telling. Our fellow Goyim start repelling their slowly swelling invasion. As long as we aren't rebelling, we're just yelling Goyim Nation. Team Jorge pushes more hate than your fake and goofy god. The force they use to score faith at its core is just a facade. Team Jorge pushes more hate than your fake and goofy god. The force they use to score faith at its core is Israeli bots. It's crazy that something so destructive can be so obvious. There's a Wikipedia page about it. TPG.
I'm actually gonna switch playlist with. I guess we can go with this one. Let's do this one today. Hit the bass. Karen, what's going on? Scary shit right now, man.
I'm sitting in the morning at the diner.
I'm actually really worried.
I am waiting at the counter for the man to pour the coffee. And he
They're
fills it
gonna
only halfway.
institute a draft.
Before I even argue, he is looking out the
And
window.
the merging of the militaries is just like, just fuck. Just fuck.
It is always nice to see you, says the man behind the counter to the woman who has come in. She is shaking her umbrella. And I look the other way as they are kissing their hellos. I am pretending not to see them. Instead, pour them milk. I open up the paper. There's a story of an actor who had died while he was drinking. It was no one I had heard of. And I'm turning to the horoscope and looking for the fighters when I'm feeling someone watching me. So, I raise my head.
Just been checking some of that out. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. Actually, you know what?
There's a woman on the outside looking inside. Does she
These are the older songs.
She does not really see me because she sees her own.
And
And I'm trying not to notice that she's hitching up her skirt.
Yeah, you know what? They're still about the right stuff. I just,
Oh, it's rain.
you know, I want
The morning
to
is
be clearly focused on what we need to be doing. The older songs aren't nearly as direct. I still beat around the bush a little bit.
End of the midnight picnic. Once.
Ooh, whose hair's getting wet? That sounds kind of sexy.
I finish up.
Hopefully she has hair and it's not shaved. It's fucking weird.
Catch the train. You can't imagine the trouble, the struggles I've seen, the muggles I've cleaned, the bubbles I've dreamed, then creamed by morning. Each story of poor me's imploring I share. The warning is there, fair but firm. I dare to turn the stern into robins, ensuring the lob ends in a Hail Mary. The tales can be scary and vary in subject. Caught in a bug net, a hug vets my feelings. The drugs make me feel things might sing in the rain. The wings on my frame came with my halo. To just say no is impossible. A colossal task at best. A test to my testicular fortitude, forcing food on starving thought. I fought the hawk calling me chicken, claiming thick when the vision is fat. My facts blast cracks and smash your foundation. I am amazing. When you have more tracks than a junkie, something just has to give. When you crack the past, you're busting dumb things stacked against. When the mask you flash is a cutscene, nothing can back you in. And when your laugh is last, it must mean trust brings you happiness. Simply put, my foot's in my mouth. I shout, but doubt is all that comes out, standing stout against the draft. The path to redemption ends in disaster. The master baits the trap. Given the clap, I slap the rappers faster than pastors grab for booty. Excuse me, my duty's a movie proving their destruction. It's more than a must when God men clutching butt sends chills up your spine. The lines that rhyme find their way through. It's time to remove the excuse they are holy. Hell-bent on exposing the whole thing is fake. My cake will be had and gladly enjoyed. I'm Floyd. Drop your hat in. Has to give. When you crack the past, your best things, dumb things stacked against. When the mask you flash is a cutscene, nothing can back you in. And when your laugh is last, it must mean trust brings you happiness. The best thing about me, I'm free. I can be anyone. See, conformity is boring. These rappers are like 40 thieves. They all believe they steal an impression, revealing a catch when less than 6 inches. Your dreams need a pinch. It's time you wake up. To say that they suck is as much of a lie as with your head tucked. You probably won't die when the sun in the sky, supplied by a plane, murders your name. For the game is a show. A frame made to hold pictures, not pictures. My brothers and sisters, the fissures your fault. These wizard occults are malt in a milkshake. They're built fake to stake their place in history. The chivalry is killing the gentle.
Killing the gentles. Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, Charles is the man.
bottle.
Life in a bottle.
Life in a bottle. I've got life in a bottle over here. Who wants some? Hey there, nice gullible sheep. What's wrong? Bones not strong enough? Dong not long enough? Hairline gone too much? I've got whatever you need. Please, form a line to the left. I take cards, checks. Shit, if you're out of cash, I'll snatch your last breath. I'm the medicine man. A canner can anything that he can, but a canner can't can cancer, can he? Sure, I can't either. But the high from the ether I spit when I see your wallet has an insurance card retards the fact I'm no PhD. You can't see me. Dig not hard, depressed. Are you over, underweight, too tall or short? Do you get headaches? Does your plate hold dessert? Does your hair make a shirt? Do crowds stress your nerves? Do words backward look? You can't cook? Oh, I've got a book full of pills for you. One's designed to chill your mood. Your son in school? Yeah, he fiddles around way more than the rest of the 7-year-olds. Truth be told, he needs Ritalin. He has ADD. God damn it, he won't pay attention to me. We feed drugs to ourselves. Walgreens shelves sell you dream schemes on how to get healthy while still being lazy. It's amazing. Chasing a faster you from a chair. Put electrodes where we elect those fares, not knowing the cost. Yet regret is spared until someone is lost. It drops our jaws when pause is impressed, stressing to get the next miracle out on the market. I saw a miracle. It's about a year ago. Some guy tried suicide by sliding his Jeep onto the train tracks. To make sure the impact followed the map, he douses his Jeep in gas and gets strapped. Along comes a train that has gained full speed, and that shell of a man's plan begins to recede. He leaps from his car as he falls to his knees. He prays as he bleeds that the train doesn't stop. Hitting his cars, it spins like a top. Derailing, it flops like a fish out of water. Jumping the tracks on hold, switching callers, and smashing a car alone, just stalled there, jackknifing and hitting another train full of scholars. Mothers, daughters, fathers on their way home from work, all caught in one big circle jerk, yet hurt is the only reward. Sure,
shouldn't be listening.
A miracle was mentioned. I think the fact that your God ended only 8 lives is a laugh in his face, a spit in his eyes. How many survived?
This music has been actually designed to make pedophile ears bleed. So you're outing yourself. You dumb fucking Trump supporting piece of shit.
Is man in all our glory. The whole Bible story is boring and makes no sense. Henceforth, it's yours. Life is your gift, shifting and changing, rearranging 1,000,000 times over. Every day your death is closer. If your plan is to show your God you're special, make something happen. Create something beautiful. It's your personal duty to take care of yourself. No wealth comes from spending money and irresponsibility. The ability to excel is within you. You just have to yell, I have been through enough of this hell, then begin to recast the spell. I promise, it's simple. You just have to believe in yourself. But if that's too much to ask, I've got this flask full of pills for $153 a bottle, because it works.
Charles has no idea how he did that. Yeah, my piece of shit car. Look, the pedo doesn't deny being a pedo. Instead, he cries about my car. What's that tell you?
Get ready.
Keep watching,
yes,
Fed.
Get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, ain't get ready. Yes, must.
What if I purchased a building that's blight was quite relentless? Its surface needed rebuilding, it was built and filled with asbestos. A business death sentence by all manner of measure. A plan as clandestine as harp hammers the weather. Now imagine my bread serves only half the value set, yet the initial investor gladly accepts so much less you're impressed, blessed by my persuasion. Would you rightfully address the left feeling put in place and finally question the rat race when again I finish first? Am I really that amazing, or is a map at work? Regardless of land worth, to fix the grit the cost is like a man with broken hands giving birth upon the cross. Nothing but a loss with no clear way to profit, and I would surely come across as one hell of a prophet if I saw this comet and with it sold you God. You'd call me Muhammad even if my name's Mossad.
Best line I've ever written.
Get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, ain't get ready. Yes, must get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, ain't get ready. Yes, must.
So now imagine the building's mine, although most would say it's stupid, and Scrooge's lucky dime couldn't pay me to improve it. I keep making bad excuses like I know something big is coming. I refuse to be translucent, yet the meter's left still running. The structures seem crumbling, there's poison paint inside. My actions become so cunning, I'm fumbling my lies. But to everyone's surprise, everything is kosher. There's nothing to deny since I know there's no foreclosure. The banks are like the snowblower, and I am Pimpin' Frosty. I am their employer who cares what lives it costs me. Now let's just say it all seems like it's set up for fire. I insure all of the small things the law says are required, but like I've been inspired by Gee Whiz himself, my burning desire quadruples my wealth. Now the scrupulous self would then point out it's suspicious how a random fire dealt many cards upon my wish list.
Get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, get ready. Yes, ain't get ready. Yes, must get ready. Yes,
Keep watching, goofball.
get ready. Yes, get ready.
Fucking pedophiles. Let me guess, you're a friar too. My name is Angelo. Fucking friars, man, they're the worst.
So would I go to jail like most dumb Goyim would? Or would my holy grail make Monty Python good? Wholesome fun that should be heard in every church. Would I be misunderstood, my character besmirched? Would girls admit its girth and no longer lie to you? I know I went off course a squirt, but my goal is spreading truth. Do you think the mounds of proof, the charades a giant fraud, would jump into the mental loop as quickly as your silent broads now trying not to nod at the part about small dicks? Her mind's like, oh my god, why won't he just switch back subjects really quick? What was he just saying? 3 skyscrapers don't just dip when hit by 2 jet planes? It's actually quite strange, since I planned on painting a picture to properly reframe the hand of the ultimate fister. Ramming the shit you're fed is official. My bloodline is piss poor. Do I get Larry's dismissal?
Yes, you ready? Yes, you ready? Yes, you ready? Yes, must.
It's crazy that that's what was recorded that morning. I'll go. Right on. That is a good one, isn't it?
So I'm told that I suck. Call me Matt Stafford. I don't like to use names, but I had to blast that turd. See, he is the last word in the privilege paragraph. The Duke boys from Hazard just sits there and laugh. Dude throws a pass like drafting him last. Would have been better, though never is grass growing greener, and brass would have replaced the black guy long before cash was wasted, and that's why I say it's mad. I even see argument like I need to be baptized to become a martyr. Friend, I use different jargon when I drop to your level, begging your pardon, then floor hits the pedal. Seeing your head filled in with such nonsense, I can't help but let it pull me into conference, debating the bomb with clones throwing spears. My judgment is honest, alone among peers. Would Black Lives finally matter if only they said to? Would stereotypes rewrite themselves if we'd admit the truth? Would racism exist if there wasn't the myth all black guys have big dicks? If size didn't matter, would racism shatter and the pattern no longer exist? I'm told I'm overrated. Call me Conor McGregor. I don't usually say this, but show me a wetter example of weather that's only explained by racism tethered to money and fame. The tyrannical rain drenching the game proves how it's used to strengthen the game. The length of a man's vein coincides with his tolerance. The angst-riddled pain changes how the dollar's spent. Those in white collars send color-chipped bleach. Who does the most hollerings? Who shouldn't speak? Tongue in the cheek, free speech is a joke. The mirrors they speak of seem clouded with smoke. Doubting the hope dangled like a carrot. The amount that's below can't change or repair it. You think your merit is based in your pants? The blame is your heritage. You taste like your dad's. Would Black Lives finally matter if only they said to? Would stereotypes rewrite themselves if we'd admit the truth? Would racism exist if there wasn't the myth all black guys have big dicks? If size didn't matter, would racism shatter and the pattern no longer exist? So I'm told I'm a prick. Call me whoever. It's the guys with small dicks that are causing the sever, keeping endeavors from coming together. If you never say never, you better be clever. With racism fed, you're quite shamefully saying whenever you're getting head, her brain's always amazing. But it's easy to say things like that when you're tiny. Anyone can be Swayze when the roadhouse is whiny. If you find you keep bindings blowing like porn stars, you might need reminding that most throats don't go far. Told you should go hard, it's time you go home. You hold a flowchart where lines should be known. Stinging bone, the truth can be vicious. Racism's grown to compensate britches. Bitches.
Did you hear IDF and the U.S. military are joining the hit by law? Yep.
Black Lives finally matter.
Why my title is what it is.
Said to
if we'd admit the truth. Would racism exist if there was the myth? All black guys have big dicks. If size didn't matter, would racism shatter and the pattern no longer exist?
Ken does worship the dead.
Oh, that shit's so good. Oh, that shit is so good. Oh. So, I've actually been sort of fascinated by the Charles Lindbergh story as of late. And yesterday I watched it. Did he get his your wrong? Oh, somebody got his your wrong. Not very smart. Hi, little guy. Hang on a second. I have to urine.
So I scrubbed the fuck out of it and I put it in the washer. I'm gonna see what it smells like when I get it out.
Okay, I have that there.
Okay.
Like that fly on Hillary's face.
Morning, y'all.
All I taste is shit. Watching the debates, like, that's what that shit is. But observing the plastic underneath the side can't help but laugh. It's a blunder-filled pipe. Right and left are
Sorry, y'all, my head's all over the place today.
the other less pigment. This front is a business where
Everything's really heavy right now.
manage your minions.
I know everybody's feeling it. My gosh. Is there some shit going on in this world?
Who is the master? Watching them wrestles like watching paint peel. If you believe that's real, let's make a deal.
At least we have some decent weather right now.
Pray
It's
for a savior while they
sunny
continue to
and
steal your taste of
a
the
bit
fun.
cool,
If you're
so
chained in a cave,
it's
your
not balls
reality
hot.
is shadows. Your
We don't have
rhinestone
fucking
rolls made
thick
for
plumes of
cowboys
smoke
that
off through the sky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you run the call me the folks prophet?
From Jesus to Muhammad, I fault you for your nonsense, then talk as though it's honest.
Well, somebody's been playing with my cord.
Now, did you see a battle or for the dopers, complete with a paddle spanking monkey sword? I think it's mad I'll see one of those jokers as head of the tattletale union
Smokers.
It's professional
Cock
poker.
smokers.
Well, except for one thing, where the card players hope for, the government bring more than a slight sting when it comes to the prick. Chance left to nothing, you really don't pick who are the tricks walking the track. Who's going to flip and decide to
What are you following me for, Spatula?
sick man, bet only crap.
Following me? Huh?
Mouse in the trap never quite worked. The cage
Well,
usually cracked.
I mean, it's your head. It spins a lot. So what?
That line are the same jerks you now hold so high.
I had my finger on the pulse. Told me the false prophet. From Jesus to Muhammad. I caught you for your nonsense. and talk as though it's honest.
Who would you rather play?
Surprise. That bitch will humor my pride just for a minute. This kid's Chelsea Clinton. She looks very typical, but not like the lesbian.
It's like they're today in the garden shortly, right now.
Not quite like Danny will once DNA blisters, all those quitters.
Can you imagine being so insecure? That's the funny part. Like, you know, guys like Ken are completely insecure in their beliefs. He's not strong in his beliefs. If he was strong in his beliefs, he wouldn't behave like this. He wouldn't constantly try to, have to reassure himself and try to put his shit in every stupid thing and require that desperation. If he knew that his God and all that shit was real, he wouldn't need to do this. He wouldn't need to constantly, cry about it, basically. And you see that it's like how Israel is always saying, oh, we're God's chosen people and this land was promised to us, and yet they're constantly repeating the narrative. It's out of insecurity. It's like, again, how Israelis are constantly trying to show that they're real men, but they're not. There was a really great video made just, the whole Fryer thing. Holy shit, I was right. I came up with that shit on my own, trying to find something to call them so that it didn't trigger the system. Turns out they say Fryer a lot more than you might think. I got the keys. Crazy Getty.
Come on now. You don't feel insulted listening to that? I do. I live inside this murder city.
The truth is just temporary. Like, yeah. What sense does that make? See what I mean? That's that insecurity, right? Like, he can't even address my points or anything I say. He's got, like, he needs me to believe in Jesus so he feels better about his own stupidity. And again, that's why he has to keep making shit up. It's actually really telling to watch what people say and how they respond, right? They're these dumb Christians are so fucking stupid and insecure. Can you imagine? Like, so I told you guys in like April of 2023 that if Israel didn't basically manufacture October 7th and then start the genocide by December of that year, that I would quit doing this. I was so confident in it that I offered to quit. And lo and behold, I was more right than I anticipated. It happened faster than I had thought. I didn't think they would do it so quickly. But it was out of confidence. It's why I do what I do in general, is out of confidence. I know no matter what any of these dumbass, especially Christians, say, all it is insecurity. You need God. I mean, according to you, I'm doing what God wants, right? Like, isn't everything God's blah 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 and crybaby? Like I always say, how can you prove that God isn't working through me? How do you know that God doesn't hate all of these piece of shit religions? And because God's so comically powerless, because according to your book, God is comically powerless, that it finally made its way through and got to me, and it's using me to crush religion. How do you know that's not the case? Because God hates you and Trump. Whoa, wait, what kind of Christian isn't a dumb Trump supporter? But see, again, notice how they won't actually engage in a proper conversation because of that insecurity. They know they can't actually, engage. Their belief structure doesn't stand up to scrutiny. And they find feeds like this and cry and just cry and cry. God this and God that. Yeah. Never mind all of the kids that are constantly raped by clergy. I think they need God more than I do, but you don't care about that. A real Christian can't support. You're not a real Christian. If you were a real Christian, you wouldn't be here crying, would you? Ouch. You crying, you hearing crying proves what a non-real Christian you are. We're talking about really high level, stupidity. I mean, seriously, the stupidity it takes to believe in the Jewish fairy tales. It's if it wasn't so disgusting, it'd be impressive. Right? But your God, your Jesus, all that shit is just Jewish fairy tale. That's why you as a dumb Christian aren't even the top of your own pyramid, right? Christians aren't even their own Christian God's chosen people. In fact, it's the bad guys of the Bible, the people that kill your Jesus. Those are who you now call God's chosen people. It's just so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Yep. Again, thank you for proving the point. You got booted early today, huh? If you had any sort of, if you were actually proud of yourself, if you actually believed you'd do your own thing, right? You'd make your own videos. You'd be the voice for your, you'd be that voice. You'd be pushing as you're supposed to. You wouldn't be hiding behind anonymity in the comment section crying about what I'm doing. But it's that insecurity, right? It's just, you're so insecure and stupid. And you'd have to be. I mean, you believe in something that's been just wait, it's almost here. They tell you they've been saying that for thousands of years. Huh? What? Magic the Gathering? MTG? Look at this shit. And then again, look at every breath you breathe, it comes from God. What does that even mean? And insecure and stupid you are. You can't even make reasonable arguments or even hang in the conversation. Every breath you breathe comes from God. So then every child being raped is coming from God as well, right? Especially by those clergy. But again, imagine, imagine being that stupid. You're like the ultimate Lions fan, right? You believe that the Lions are going to win the fucking Super Bowl every year, despite having every reason not to. But no, they're going to. I believe it. I'm not calling God stupid. I'm saying you dumbasses that believe in such a stupid thing are stupid. God doesn't exist. So God isn't stupid. God isn't cool. God doesn't exist. It's a fake fucking Jewish fairy tale. Right? Look how stupid you are. When you have the truth, you don't fear reprisal. You don't fear what somebody else is saying.
Always question where it come from. It's always mentioned like it fell from a bum bum.
If you ask me direct questions or you want to talk, I'm going to engage you directly. I'm not going to start jumping around and saying goofy fairy tale shit just to make myself feel better about my own stupidity. But this is what you guys do. It's amazing to witness. It really is. But it's scary because it really does show you how large this is. How do they, how does this happen? How do they have so many of you so fucking stupid? There's no reason for you to be so stupid. You haven't had something that's like undeniable and you go, well, yeah, but what about that thing? That thing happened and there's no other way to explain it. I am here to help you see the light. Well, you're failing miserably. Whatever it is that makes you that stupid, I want nothing to do with it. Right? But this is, I mean, it's like the Netanyahus, right? Talking about, well, we don't need the American support anymore. We're gonna wean off the American teeth. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, knowing that they're now, our militaries are now combined. So there is no teat to wean off of. I've been telling you guys for a long time that Israel is the 51st United States. And that makes a lot more sense when you look at it, what's going on. Well, you're YOUR gonna have to face it soon enough. Right. That's how stupid your average Christian is. They don't even know what you're to use. It's just amazing. And it's the same thing over and over again. It's wild, man. And like I say, it's time. I don't normally say shit like this, but it's really is time for us to revolt. We need to unify and do something about this. It's getting bad. How are we still allowing it to happen? It's because of the comfort, man. It's because of the lives they've given us. It's because of the cell phones and the internets and the iPads and all the shit that keeps you nice and comfortable. Yeah. In the places where they don't have it like this, those people are revolting. If you're watching, like, share, and sub. Help out. Yeah. Oh, here we go again. Now, because you just proved how stupid you are, you don't even know the right yours to use. Now you're going to start talking about dumb shit. It's what you guys do. This is your average Christian, people. They aren't smart. They're not good people. They're not, grounded and capable. They're just stupid, and they do nothing but prove it over and over again.
But the media heard somebody say, hey, give me a crack of that rock, and started calling it crack. But I'm just a sheep, right? And you know what's going on. I just talk of conspiracies.
Conspiracies. The fool, I'm going to do Psalms. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Right. Again, because they can't actually, convincingly show you that God's real, they insult you if you ask questions. The only unforgivable sin is blasphemy. Rape all the kids you want. Just say you're sorry. But if you question God, that's unforgivable. The fool doesn't believe what everybody else believes. The fool asks too many questions. This is what they do. It's actually pretty embarrassing. No, you're gonna keep watching, and you'll watch tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and it's what you do. You're assigned here. You're not doing it by choice. You've been assigned this mission, so you keep coming back. You can't even spell George Floyd right. Because, this isn't actually a Christian. This is an Israeli. This is somebody who doesn't speak English as their first language. So they struggle with it. But, it's what you do. Because you're, Y-O-U-R, an asshole. Yep. I'm an asshole, and you're another typical Israeli dumbass who can't even get his fucking yours correct. You're gonna talk shit, and in talking shit to me, you make yourself look stupid. How brilliant is that? And of course, you're gonna keep watching me day after day and begging for my attention because I'm an asshole. That makes sense. That makes sense, yeah. So dumb. Whenever loser. Yep. If I'm a loser and you worship me, what does that make you? I keep watching for the moment you break. Well, again, keep watching. You're Y-O-U-R, brainwashed. Yep. Oh, man, please, come on. Stop making this so easy. This would be a lot better for me if you guys were actually challenging. But it's just, and this is who we're losing to, guys. These piece of shit Israelis, this is what they do. Aren't you embarrassed to think that people that don't even know how to fucking spell somehow have control over you? Like the whole wasp spray thing. You notice how you haven't heard that anywhere else? That was, 4 or 5 days ago. That was the mission that they were sent on. Go out there and start pushing the wasp spray thing. And of course, again, this is what they do because there's nothing else they can do. They're gonna keep falling for it. They're gonna keep pushing. I'm an Israeli agent. Come to sow discord in your stream. You're an Israeli, so you're a fucking pedophile, baby killing, closet homosexual piece of shit. Gotcha. Yeah, thanks for the admission. You're Y-O-U-R, a radical lib. What does that even mean? As long as you're not calling me a fucking friar, I'm good to go. As long as you're not saying I'm themish, or you-ish, I should say. I'm okay with being anything, as long as I'm not a fucking disgusting pedophile friar. Like y'all. It really sucks that it's this easy. It really is embarrassing how just unbelievably stupid you are. You know how to spell it. Don't act like you know how to spell it. Well, you probably don't, because again, you're really stupid. It's F-R-E-I-E-R, for those that don't know. Screw you then, hippie. You call him a pedophile, yet you're always the one man standing around the local school grounds waiting for the next one. What does that even mean? Like, seriously. How do you honestly think you're like doing well here? You know? I allow you to be here. Right? I allow you to be here. Why do you think that is? Is it because you're so dangerous and detrimental to me, and you know? I can't tell you how much I appreciate the effort you guys put into me. If anybody questions what I'm saying, or you know, doubts that I'm being targeted, you guys absolutely prove the point.
Let's talk about stars. What are they? Isn't it gnarly? We hardly know shit.
Who thinks of shit like that as a comment, right? It's crazy. That's what it's what. I mean, you. How fucked up do you think it makes you to be ritually sexually assaulted from the time, you know, you're born until you're 12 years old? How fucked up do you think that makes these people? You can't expect them to have intelligence. You can't expect them to be normal. You can't expect, you know, you should expect the worst. You should expect comments that you would never think of. Because they've been violently and viciously ritually assaulted by old nasty schmoolies since they were fucking young. Because I'm so benevolent. Well, it comes out that way, doesn't it? Is this a guy or a girl? So, again, he's Israeli, so he's used to the women having such thick beards that he can't tell. He doesn't know the difference. Run away from primary school, Stephen. That's what they do. So you don't believe in Jesus? Was a real person and died on a cross and then rose from the dead. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? I don't believe in zombies. And I'm actually smart. Like, I don't even believe in your shit, but I know more about it than you do. Isn't that crazy? Old nasty smoothies. That should be a song. Write it. Fucking wild, man. It really is just crazy. I never would have thought it would be so easy to expose what the problem is. And I was raised in the same, you know, completely themish controlled society where I thought that they were a lot smarter than they actually are. Belch. But having done this for as long as I have, you know, I mean, something as stupid as lots of people live in trailer parks, right? I live in a trailer park that is surrounded by homes. Like, making arguments that are so easy to debunk and disrupt with just a quick turn of the camera. But this is how stupid they are.
Stop this song and look up Team Jorge. It's more important than what shows.
We already played this one today. So let's talk about what really has them flipping out, right? So for those that don't understand, the reason they're here and so upset is because unlike so many other truthers out there, I pretty much, I talk about one thing even more than other things. I think I found the wall. I think I found the thing that has them terrified about us figuring it out. And that's Mishnah Nadah 5:4. Here is the Hebrew version of it. Right? And what it says is, what all of these people commenting on right now, or all the people that are commenting negatively, they all believe. Strangely enough, it says I have 4 viewers and 5 likes, but you can count that there's more than 4 people here. But the all of these naysayers, all of these shit talkers, this is who they are, right? Agenda 2030, Noahide laws, you are correct. So, Mishnah Nadah 5:4, which is the Talmud, says, a girl who is 3 years and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, is betrothed through intercourse, as the halalchic status of intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halalchic senses, meaning ownership takes place. Once the 3 year and 1 day old girl is raped, she now belongs to the raper. He has to pay the dowry to the family, and like you hear him if you watch those interviews with Tyler Oliveira, where he's in Lakewood, or Curious Joel, and he's talking to them, and he asks them, how many kids does the average person have? And they say, 15 to 18 kids. But you'll never see anybody walking around with 15 or 18 kids because they sell them off. And in the case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, she's childless because she's 3, 4, 5, 6, up to about 12. 12 is usually the cutoff. There's not too many people having children younger than 12. But, he's 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. So when he dies, if his brother, the Yavam, engages in intercourse with her, he acquires her as his wife. And if she is married, a man other than her husband is liable for engaging in intercourse with her due to violation of the prohibition against intercourse with a married woman. Not a child, a married woman. If the girl is less than that age, younger than 3 years and 1 day, the status of the intercourse with her is not that of intercourse in all halalchic senses. No ownership takes place. Rather, it is like placing a finger into the eye. Just as in that case, the eye constricts, sheds tears, and then returns to its original state. So too in a girl younger than 3 years and 1 day old, the hymen returns to its original state. Is there anybody dumb enough to believe that? Right? It's pretty fucking crazy. It's crazy that anybody, that we know this exists, that they put it out there, on their websites and shit like that. This is what they believe. And we, as Goyim, are for it, support it, not say anything bad about it. This is disgusting. This is it. This is the wall. This is the thing. There's nothing worse than this. Yes, Islam's disgusting and stupid. Yes, Christianity is for fucking stupid people. But neither one of those has anything close to this. Neither one of those has the audacity to allow the rape and then acquiring of 3 year and 1 day old girls. There you go. In the case of a boy 9 years and 1 day old, whose brother had died childless, who engaged in intercourse with his yivama, his brother's widow, the status of the intercourse is that of halalchic intercourse, and he acquires her as his wife. But he cannot give her a bill of divorce if he chooses the end of the marriage until he reaches majority, until he's 13 and has 2 pubes, and then 6 months later. And if he engages in bestiality, he disqualifies the animal from being sacrificed upon the altar, and the animal is stoned due to his act, put in a pit, and they throw rocks at it until it dies.
Save the Jewish children. TBG. Those bad ghouls.
Like it's just shocking. And then it's even more when you read these comments, because they don't say, "Oh, that's horrible." They instead say, "I've talked about it too much." No, it's my fault for talking about it so much. It's not you disgusting fucking pedos. No. In my humble opinion, implicit instructions, never mind guidance. Yeah, it's fucking. Like they love to say, "Oh, it talks about the consequences for doing so." No, it doesn't. Now, if I'm taking it out of context, you are more than welcome to put it into context. But surprise, surprise, they never do. Oh, look. Once I point out that they don't say anything, now, oh no, it is horrible. No, you're right, it is. You guys see a couple of weeks ago when Ben Shapiro was asked about the Lag Ba'omer bonfires, where they throw little animals. Like they're known for throwing animals into bonfires. He was like, oh my, that is crazy. I have never ever heard such a thing before. That is crazy. I do not know what you are talking about. That is not something that exists. It very much does. This is what they do. They're just monsters. Fucking monsters. And now our militaries are merged. And nobody even bothers to tell you why. Like, you notice how there's no explanation to it? They say shit like, "Oh, that makes us safer somehow." Like, where are all the veterans? Where are all the proud veterans out there going, "Hey, fuck that"? You know, I might have been dumb enough to support you before this, but why are we merging militaries with a foreign entity? Like, if you don't see how that's fucking stupid and just awful, you know, you probably believe in Jesus. You probably support Israel. You're probably just the dumb sheep you're supposed to be. You know.
Kick him in the dick. Don't slap him in the head. No, kick him in the dick. Black and white or red bone. Kick him in the dick. Even if they upper
The audacity, right? The brazen audacity to just be like, "Oh yeah, we combined." Like it just doesn't even make sense. There is no way of making sense out of it. How the fuck? What are you talking about? Where our militaries are combined? It's fucking insane. It is. It's China. Yeah, it's China. It's Russia and it's China. It's communism. Communism is the bad thing, you guys. Don't look at the thing that has the foundation that pedophilia. And it's not like it's just one thing. There are multiple pedophile things associated with them. Metzitzia is pedophilia at its fucking worst. Okay? And this is something that is done to every boy. You know, they have their Mishnah Nadah for the girls, and they have their metzitzia for the boys, and then soul correction is for everybody. I mean, imagine being stupid enough to believe in a God that allows this. God, how come your stupid ass fucking God never appears before Epstein? Or Epstein. Netanyahu-stein. Or Trump-stein. How come God never shows up to them and says, hey guys, stop this. This is horrible. What the fuck are you doing? All you people that claim you talk to God and God answers your prayers and all the other dumb shit. Why doesn't God ever pay a visit to Netanyahu? The Bible is a man-made lie. Yeah, and it's Jewish men. It's a Jewish fairy tale. You know, it's not even hidden. It's pretty fucking obvious. You know, Mary was Jewish. Jesus was Jewish. Mary was 12 years old when God impregnated her.
Keeping Goy opinions in a constant state of confusion.
Or maybe she was 12 when she had Jesus. So she could have been impregnated at 11, but that's pushing it. Huh? Every knee will bow and every... Like, what kind of stupid shit is that? Why would God need every knee to bow? What would be the significance of that? That's some weak-minded, tiny dick man type of, I want everybody to bow to me. You need to bow to me. It's just so stupid. It's just so fucking stupid. I have 0 viewers and 7 likes. I mean, I don't know what else you guys need. I don't know what else I can provide you that should inspire you. You know, what are you missing at this point? What has Trump done that you're like, that's a good thing? I'm glad Trump did that. You know, he's clearly not planning on leaving office. He's clearly building the bunker in which he's going to stay. Hopefully he fucking dies, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like he has any plans on it anytime soon, so. I mean, the Lindsey Graham thing, nobody's going to talk about this. The government is just like sweeping it. His sister's going to take over the job. Completely unqualified, basically unknown sister is just going to step in as the senator for South Carolina. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, these are the kinds of things where if you're a gung-ho American and you're a gung-ho believer, you're a believer in the system, when shit like this happens, how are you not furious? I just posted you on social media. Good. You should be liking, sharing, and subbing this. Remember when you said Jesus wasn't a real person and then argued with the ChatGPT about it? Yeah, Jesus wasn't a real person. And I recorded it and I watch it all the time. Yeah, ChatGPT, the Israeli-controlled bullshit. Yeah, I didn't argue with it. There is no proof of Jesus whatsoever. It's stupid. The two claims that are outside of the religious narrative that supposedly back it up are like one sentence on a rock somewhere that says, the Christ was crucified, and another one that says something similar. That's it. Like, it's the dumbest shit in the world. There's no Jesus. It's just embarrassingly stupid. And I don't even, normally I don't even bother with it. It's so dumb. I'm not going to sit here and argue about shit that supposedly happened 2,000 plus years ago when they just merged our military today or yesterday, whatever. There's way more today bullshit to be focused on than goofy ass Jewish fairy tales from a couple thousand years ago.
for another conspiracy theory that's nothing if not true.
You know, one of their ways to stop me from using Grok like I was to expose the shit. Like, do you guys remember when Grok told me that we should be kidnapping Israeli Jewish children to save them? Remember that? That was an interesting one. Because if you actually approach Grok the right way, it's designed to say the thing, like the best thing, right? It's not necessarily designed to say the truth. But if you say, is it okay if Israel does this? Of course it's going to say, no, they have a right to defend themselves and all that bullshit. But then when you start saying, okay, so when you have an entire culture that is well aware of the bottom of darkness rituals, well aware of metzitzia, well aware of soul correction, well aware of Mission Anadah 5-4, and they don't do anything about it. You know, if it's an entire culture doing it and nobody is speaking out, isn't it safe to say it's a pedophile cult? Well, if you put it that way, yes, but like, it's amazing. Just wish people would think more. They should, but they don't. And thinking isn't, regurgitating biblical bullshit. That's not thinking. You have to ignore so much to be biblical. And you're just showing how stupid you are. These are Jewish fairy tales. Just there's no questioning that.
The national anthem at their thing. They love to tell him, Stephen Fetch it. He kissed the wall in every ring the Franklin Federal Community Credit Union was where he was embedded to steal $38 million. Who really got his pork chop ready was being a villain in power. And Gary
I mean, it's the same thing with Trump supporters, right? If you're a Trump supporter, you're a fucking pedophile. That's what you're telling me. I don't care what somebody's doing. If somebody's offering, free health care, if he was like, I'm going to give everybody universal free health care in this country, but, you got to let me rape a few children every year, it's not worth it. Sorry. Maybe I just think differently than you do, but if you can support a pedophile, you're a pedophile. And the pedophile sickness is so much worse than people realize. You have family members, you have friends, you have neighbors that are fucking pedophiles. The pedophile hunters that exist wouldn't be so everyday successful if the pedophiles weren't everywhere. That's like saying Hitler was a Jewish fairy tale. Well, it's not, but he still was. Okay? But again, it's like, you're one of these dumb Christians who doesn't actually understand what you believe. The Bible is a Jewish fairy tale. All of the characters in the Bible, the main characters, are Jewish. It's a pro-Jewish narrative. It's yada. I mean, I don't understand where you draw that line. And as far as Hitler goes, well, Hitler was Jewish. His mom was, so he was. And the whole Hitler narrative just gets completely thrown off by the Havara Agreement, which I'm sure you don't know about. I fully understand what I believe. No, you don't. If you're denying the Jewish aspect of it, then obviously you have no idea what you're talking about. But you're a fucking pedophile, so what do I give a shit? I hope all you guys are dumb enough to keep outing yourselves. Let's do this. So, Jesus, according to the largest information source in the world on a locked up page, Jesus, also referred to as Jesus Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, and by various other names and titles, was a first century Jewish preacher and religious leader in the Roman province of Judea. He is the central figure of Christianity, the world's largest religion. Most branches of Christianity consider Jesus the incarnation of God the Son and the awaited Messiah or Christ. Accounts of Jesus' life are contained in the Gospels, especially the four canonical Gospels of the New Testament. According to Christian traditions, we gotta go down a little bit. As represented in the Gospel, Jesus was circumcised at 8 days old. Right. He was circumcised at 8 days old, Jewish custom, at the temple in Jerusalem, and at 40 days old, baptized by John the Baptist. How could he be baptized to accept Christ as his Savior when he's that guy? It doesn't make much sense, does it? He was a teacher whom his followers believed to possess divine authority in interpreting Jewish law. Jesus often debated with other Jews because he was one. Most commonly, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, about how best to follow God. Engaged in healing, thought the parables, blah, 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 blah. Did they change this shit? They might have changed it. Where does it talk about the... It's weird, they took out the part where it says, you know, he's the Davidic, from the Davidic line and all that other shit. But yeah, he's Jesus. I mean, he's the fucking, he's the Jewish preacher. It's not even a question here. But it just shows you how stupid they are. Like, he was a Jew in actual reality, not any myth. Yeah. Weird how the guy walking around doing fucking miracles wasn't talked about by anybody, including the historians alive at the time. It's only in the one book. And again, this just shows you how stupid you are, right? Because all of it comes from Exodus. Exodus is sort of the main story that all of the rest of it branches off from. So you believe that the Jews walked around the desert for 40 years. Like, it just so stupid. But it's like, again, I can't understand what motivates people once you know the truth. You know, it's literally the first thing it says. Was a first century Jewish preacher and religious leader in the province of Judea. It's part of that narrative. And of course, it's not real. You know, the Egyptians' historical record, which is supposedly very accurate, doesn't talk about Exodus, doesn't talk about any of that shit. 2 to 3 million Jews just walked around the desert for 40 years. That makes sense. Yes, the Exodus happened. Want evidence of that too? Yeah, definitely. I'm not some dumb clown who just goes, well, tell me what to think and I'll think it. But these are, you know, does anybody expect anything less from these fucking goofy pedophiles? Look how desperate they are. It's so fucking crazy how stupid people can be. And it's like sad and it's scary and you like, how do we cure that? How do we cure that stupidity? How do you change people's beliefs when they believe in something based off of nothing? No evidence whatsoever. Or they're so desperate that they have shit like the Shroud of Turin, and they go, oh yeah, how do you explain that? How do you explain it? Jesus died on top of a cloth and somehow his body fluids leaked an image of him onto the cloth, including his beard and shit? Well, that's fucking weird. In the last years of Jesus, he went to India and gained enlightenment. Yeah, you can have theories about anything at this point since it's fake. Arguing with every source you bring up, I'm arguing with. Look at this dumb shit. Like, this is just stupid. This guy is saying all this shit, what's up, Matt, but then doesn't actually say anything. What evidence are you providing? Are you mad because I'm destroying your evidence before you provide it? Were you going to be stupid and say the Shroud of Turin? But see, this is the kind of shit that they want us doing. Right? They want the dumb Goyim arguing about some 2,000-year-old Jewish fairy tale where there's no evidence, there's no way to prove it, but you have these stupid people who believe it while ignoring the obvious hypocrisy of everything, the obvious contradictions. Why isn't, what's Jesus waiting for? Is that prayer jar just not filled up enough yet? Dumb Christians have been saying Jesus is coming back. He's right around the corner forever. And the thing is, it shows you how limited people's capacity is. Because, if you haven't started to question things, question the pyramids, the castles, the churches, the skyscrapers, the underground catacombs, and all the other shit by now, well, I mean, you're probably arguing about Jesus. Hey, it's possible he went to India because of what Jesus was preaching. Sounds like this philosophy. It wasn't possible because Jesus isn't real. I'm saying Jesus is real, and you've gone through the evidence that Jesus is real, crying about how they changed it as you go through the evidence. Saying they changed the part where it says he was of the Davidic line? Yeah, but the first thing says is he was a first century Jewish preacher, right? I don't know why they took out the Davidic shit, but they did. It's just what it is. But that's not arguing with it. That's just pointing out that they took something obvious out. Because, crybabies were like, but that didn't make any sense. And it's supposed to make sense. It's really fucked up. Let's see, maybe if I just look up the Davidic line, it'll. The Davidic line. So this used to be what it would say it. It would say the Davidic line, and then you'd see this picture pop up, which seems weird that it would have the Israeli flag on it, but according to the Hebrew Bible and Jewish tradition, the line of kings descended from David, who ruled over the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah from the 9th to the 6th centuries BCE. That's the Davidic line, the house of David. According to the biblical narrative, David of the tribe of Judah engaged in a protracted conflict with Ishbosheth in the tribe of Benjamin after the later success of his father Saul to become the second king of the amalgamated Israel and Judah. Amidst the struggle, Yahweh had sent his prophet Samuel to anoint David as the true king of the Israelites. Following Ishbosheth's assassination at the hands of his own army captains, David is traditionally believed to have ascended to the throne around 1010 BCE, replacing the house of Saul with his own and becoming the Israelite third king. He was succeeded by his son Solomon, whose mother was Bathsheba. Solomon's death led to the rejection of the house of David by most of the 12 tribes of Israel, with only Judah and Benjamin remaining loyal. The dissenters chose Jeroboam as their monarch and formed the kingdom of Israel in the north Samaria, while the loyalists kept Solomon's son, blah blah, as the monarch. Yada 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 yada. It's just dumb. One Christian interpretation counts that the Davidic line as continuing to Jesus. Never mind that, though. I mean, it's just such fake, stupid shit. You know? It really is stupid. I consider myself more spiritual, but I think Jesus was a real person. Based on what? It just seems more probable that this is based on a teacher that did exist. Based on what? What's more probable about it? Like, are you saying that because so many people believe in Santa Claus, that Santa Claus must be real too? You know, it's actually way more probable that it's just a bunch of bullshit. Right? Especially when you take into consideration that up until the Dead Sea Scrolls were supposedly found in 2 years, in 1946, 2 years before Israel was established, conveniently. The earliest known texts containing Jesus were from like the 900s. So basically, it was a game of telephone for the first 900 years. Like it's just dumb. It's dumb. And again, it like, what, give me something that proves it today. You know? It's clearly a Jewish fairy tale to keep a large majority of the people stupid and awaiting a Jewish guy to come save them. At the end of the day, that's the ultimate solution is that the Jewish guy finally returns and saves everybody. Well, the 6 or 7 good Christians get raptured up right away, but then the rest of us, we have to deal with, what is it, 400 or 4,000 years of Armageddon, and it's all fucking stupid. Even if Jesus was real, there's no justifiable evidence for the reincarnation and second coming of Jesus nor his miracles. But Jesus wasn't real. I mean, imagine if you think we know anything about what happened 2,000 years ago, you're just kidding yourself, right? Here's the evidence that says he's real, Matthew. So you just name off a bunch of other people. That makes sense. I never heard a Christ denier try so hard to run away from the evidence. What evidence? I'm still missing this evidence. What evidence are we talking about here? While denying that it's a Jewish fairy tale. Right? It's a Jewish fairy tale. You're waiting for your Jewish savior to come fix your problems for you. It's pretty fucking insane. So there was no Mary. No. No, there wasn't some 12-year-old girl who got impregnated while she was betrothed to an 80-year-old Joseph. Joseph, by all historical accounts, at least according to those who talk about this shit, was more than likely in his 80s or 90s, possibly in his 50s, and very, very unlikely, but some say he was in his 20s. But everybody agrees that Mary was between 12 and 14, and they only say the and 14 part to sort of smooth things out. She was 12. If you look at you know, because she's Jewish, Mary was Jewish. If you look at their tradition, if she was older than 12, she would have already had kids. It's just how that shit works. It's how they operate. Small hat fairy tales. Exactly. It's fucking stupid.
Sugar sweet, but
about to end a narrative we should defeat. Our freedom of speech.
I mean, you see the insecurity, right? If you believe Jesus was real, you wouldn't need to do what you're doing. You wouldn't be trying to convince yourself without actually providing any sort of real argument. This dude just named off a bunch of people and was like, see, that's evidence. Matthew, Mark, Paul. Yeah, characters in the story. When you can the only evidence you have is the book that you're using, the story that you're using, that's not evidence.
The only way change happens is through Kirky. The leaders who just laugh and are deserving.
Yep, you need your meds, says a Jewish guy. This is what they do. Have you ever experienced anything supernatural in your life? I think most things can be explained. Sure, there's stuff that we don't understand, but nothing that points to God, Jesus, blah, blah, blah. Again, because of your own arrogance, you believe in something with zero proof so that you can go to heaven when you die. You know, you just completely ignore the fact that the church, the Catholic Church, the connection, the main pushers of the Jesus fairy tale, that they consistently get caught raping children. Nah, never mind that. I mean, it's just embarrassingly stupid. And just because I can't explain something doesn't mean I go, well, fuck, that must mean God. It's pretty embarrassing. Paul was a historical person who wrote 13 letters in actual life to churches in the first. Oh my God, how stupid are you? Yeah, the book says so. No, look. Aunt May, she was married to Uncle Joe or whatever the fuck his name was. Uncle Ben, right? How could you have Uncle Ben and Aunt May if Spider-Man isn't real, right? I mean, obviously Spider-Man's real. What are you, crazy? This dude is very passionate about something. Yes, ending your cult. Ending your cult. I'm very passionate about ending the cult that thinks it's okay to rape 3-year and 1-day-old little girls and then call them your wife. Yeah. It's not a question here. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. It's just amazing. And because these dumbasses want to believe in their shit that makes them go to heaven when they die, because they're arrogant, insecure pricks, they don't say anything. You know? They don't. They ignore so much. The left are now designated a terrorist group. I mean, it's all fake bullshit. So, what does the left even mean? The left or the right side of the same thing. Like you just don't. Just saying it proves the point. If I said that was the left side of the store, and I was like, that's the right side of the store, they're completely different stores, would you say that, or would you go, no, it's the same fucking store? What evidence? I wonder, honey, again, look at how stupid you are. Like, what are you even saying? I love watching near-death experiences. I find them fascinating. How many times have you ever seen God come down and help somebody in one of those? How many times have you ever seen that shit? I mean, it just shows, like, Christians' desperation to believe in God means they'll say stupid shit because they don't have anything real to fall back on.
If you had something real to fall back on, you would just say it. You wouldn't have to come up with dumb bullshit like, oh, well, Paul and blah, blah. That's just dumb. If there was something you could actually point to and say, look, this is undeniable, you would. But this is how stupid they are, right? I'll pray for you, yeah, you'll pray for me while your religious leadership keeps raping children. Why don't you pray that God comes in and protects the kids? Why don't you pray that God comes down and talks to Trump and tells him to stop fucking killing people? Stop being Israel's bitch. Why don't you pray that God, goes down and talks to Bibi and tells Bibi to stop killing Christians? Palestine's full of Christians. Lebanon's full of Christians. God doesn't seem to mind that, though, does he? All these judgmental Christians. If you got into a formal debate, yeah. Right, because you're doing such a great job here. Rubio has designated them as a terrorist. But what is the left? Like, what does that even mean? Who's the left? Who's the left? Who? Like, these are labels that they give you, and then you assign yourself, I guess. It's fucking stupid. Heal this sick waste of. Did you spell semen wrong? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Great. Not radical liberals. What does that even mean? I love when people say liberals like it's those people that want liberties. Oh, how dare they want liberties, those liberals. It's wild, man.
Daughter of Joseph and Margaret Magdalena, again, born on Christmas Day.
The sad part is all of these dumb Christians are the ones that are going to be rounded up. They're watching it happen in front of them, and I guess because they think they have some sort of some supernatural savior is going to come fix it. They just ignore what's happening right in front of them, and it's fucking sad, man. It's fucking sad. There's not another organization on the planet that is more associated with child rape than the church. And yet, it's still, you still go giving your money and all that stupid shit. Then don't treat God. If you're a liberal, you will go to hell for preaching the false gospel. What? What does that even mean? Well, are people like, wow, Jesus, wow, that's what it is? Gotcha. Oh, you dumb fucking Christians, man. The church is the largest charity on earth. Yeah, okay. Oh, Jesus. In reality, no one here knows what's going on. Well, again, if you're cool with that idea that we're just so stupid, like it's all more part of it. It's all part of that thing. Instead of us being like, yeah, you know what's happening is this one themish group of people is manipulating everything and using that to maintain their control, their position of supremacy. And they're desperate. They're barely hanging on at this point. Like, it's not, the truth isn't some really complicated thing that you can't figure out. The truth is very simple, actually. I'm a soldier of God. This guy's so stupid. The left are the violent group in America. There is no political. What are you talking about? What violent group in America? Look up the largest charity on earth. Yeah, okay. Oh, man, it's so stupid. Again, notice how I keep talking about the pedophilia, and none of these guys seem bothered by it. Why are there so many people that
don't have anything bad to say about pedophilia. I say the largest fucking pedophile group on earth is the church, and he goes, no, they're the largest charity. These are what pedophiles say. This dude is a pedophile. People who aren't pedophiles agree we should kill pedophiles. They don't have to be coaxed into saying it, you know. They don't have to be prompted first. They say it. But these fucking pedophiles, you guys just don't understand how bad it is. You know? They're everywhere. You look up and down your street, maybe half of them are pedophiles. There's no way all the pedophile hunters that exist, and there are endless. By the way, if you're watching, like, share, and sub. Help out. But the pedophile hunters wouldn't be able to catch people every single day if they weren't everywhere. The sad part is the pedophile hunters are doing this the thing a disservice. They're doing the movement a disservice by not showing how many people reach out and hit up the profile to begin with. If you see a profile of an obviously young person and their name is like Susie 2013, and you reach out, oh, hey, what's up? You're a fucking pedophile, right? You know? This is the pedophile problem is the biggest problem of all of them. And what the demish like to do is hide the very worst things behind really, really bad shit. Okay? They know they can't hide bad shit behind good things. Because we go, why are you, well, that's fucking stupid. You know, trying to distract us with something good. So they figured out a long time ago that whenever something really bad is happening, provide us with something even worse. So as they're getting exposed, their Mishnah Nada, their metzitzia, their soul correction, all this shit is getting exposed. You know, they're like, okay, well, fuck, you know, as bad as that is, let's give them, like, people that think the genocide is like a secret, or is the thing that they're trying to distract us from. I used to be guilty of this, right? They're you know, it's the furthest thing from the distraction, or it's the furthest thing from the thing they don't want us talking about. Netanyahu is on TV every fucking day bragging about the genocide. We're seeing pictures every single day bragging about the genocide. Right? The genocide is the thing that we're supposed to be talking about right now. Because there's, you know, you see it. You see the overwhelmingly Jewish media coming up with these fake bullshit denials all the time. But at least it's out there. There's no way they could deny Mishnah Nada 5:4. What would they say in that regard? Oh, well, it doesn't happen as much as you think it does. That's not a, you know, you don't know how much I think it happens. But if it's happening, that's the problem. It doesn't matter how much it's happening. The fact that it's happening and you as a cult aren't out there condemning it, aren't out there doing everything you can to end it, that's what the problem is. You know, when they talk about metzitzia, and they say, oh, well, hey, you know, only 11 kids have been officially diagnosed with herpes because of it, and only 3 or 4 of them have died, so it's not as bad as you think it is. Like, the herpes isn't the bad thing. Hang on.
Since it's obvious the fruits of the nonsense they produce is excused by Goyim ignorance, admonishing the youths true, cause and then his innocence is removing our deliverance when princes in power. We improve when we're forgiven since their missions to devour. But the cartoons on TV supposed to entertain us. The buffoon we clearly see seems like such an achieve terror is a story that's made famous. It's all controlled by thieves, therefore removing them is painless.
Love you too, bub.
Swamps like Elmer Fudd.
Again, look at this shit. Why don't you talk about the genocide in Ukraine? Because it's not happening. There is no genocide in Ukraine. It's all just fake bullshit. That's why you don't see any videos of it. It's just more, it's more bullshit. And why would I? Right? Why would I need to talk about that? Isn't there more than enough people talking about it? You're saying if there's a genocide happening in Ukraine, I should talk about it. But if the genocide is happening in Palestine, we shouldn't? Why shouldn't we talk about it?
Asking to keep them separate from what's destined to be a mutiny. We detest them, yet we foolishly keep doing things as they do.
War is... So think about the card game War, right? It's not called war until you both have even strength. You each lay down a 4. Now you say, oh, war. You put the card down upside down, and you put the next card up. And whoever has the highest card, they win the war. The Palestinians don't have a fucking military. The Palestinians don't even have defenses. They're just being slaughtered. That's why they don't even talk about the Israeli casualties anymore. I haven't heard anybody even mention that shit in a long time. Because there are none. And whenever there are some, it's friendly fire. It's fucking stupid. But again, these are the things they want us talking about. The thing we need to talk about more than anything else is Mishnah Nadah 5:4. Is soul correction. I say it every single feed. My number one thing is protecting the Jewish children. We as a community need to pull together so we can protect the Jewish children. And it's interesting how many Jewish people get mad at me for saying that shit. Israel worships Saturn. Do they? Do they, or is that just more bullshit? If you murder for your religion, you are nothing more than a cult. I mean, it's not just that. If you believe in a bunch of bullshit and you go through a bunch of ritual shit and you pretend to eat dead body and drink blood, or you do circumcision rituals and you suck on it and all these other, you're in a cult. There's lots of evidence that it's a cult.
Choose now, they croon beneath the moon, beside nature lake. Enter again the sweet forest.
Your boys at Epstein. You gotta always remember this. You wouldn't know Epstein's name if they didn't want you to know who Epstein was. Epstein wasn't a famous guy. Epstein wasn't a celebrity. There are many, many, many celebrities who get busted doing awful shit and we never hear about it. We know about Epstein because they wanted us to know about Epstein. And your boy Trump would if the files exonerate him, then he would release them. If you focus on what's bringing us together, then what separates us, there would be less war. No. You're just talking more fucking selfish bullshit. I'm much more concerned about stopping the child rape than I am anything else. Anything else. And it's weird that me saying that would bother people so much. Epstein was the fall guy. There were bigger fish. Yeah, Ghislaine is the power behind Epstein. Ghislaine was Maxwell's daughter. Maxwell was one of the most powerful characters they ever gave us. He didn't die or anything. They just retired the character. They killed the character, and then they had a fake funeral for him. The highest possible ranking funeral you can have in Israel. He's a British citizen. And yet for some reason, Israel had a funeral where there were 6 heads of state there. And one of them says, it cannot be said today everything this man has done for Israel. He sold us the school books, the textbooks that my generation and the generations before and after me learned from were owned by Maxwell. The company that produced those books was Maxwell's company.
I don't think anybody else has influenced my.
It's not about free anyone in particular. It's about free the Goyim from the fucking, from the chosen supremacy. Unless we eradicate, it's like you can't say, oh, I just want to get rid of the cancer in my leg. You have to get rid of the cancer in your whole body. If you leave just a little bit of the cancer, it'll come back. Don't be racist. Jews aren't race. Just before you go any further, we're not talking about a race of people. Not all Jews are bad. Spread love, not hate. Please, I know this world is terrible. Blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. No, be proud of your hate. How can you even have a good relationship with your love if you don't have a good relationship with your hate? You're gonna try to tell me I shouldn't hate a pedophile cult? Is that what we're saying now? Don't hate a pedophile cult just because some of them rape children and then the other ones cover it up and attack you if you talk about it. Doesn't mean they're all bad. Is that where we're gonna go with that? So for everybody that's questioning, Mishnah Nadah 5:4 is the Talmud, Hebrew version right there. Jews are a race. Really? So you're saying people can convert their race? So if I start saying, okay, you need to call me a Chinese from now on because I'm going to be a stereotype. Okay, I'm a Chinese now. You're going to call me Chinese? I converted. No, you don't convert your race. This is a cult. A girl who is 3 years and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, is betrothed through intercourse. As the halalchic status of the intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halalchic senses, ownership takes place. And if in a case where the childless husband of a girl 3 years and 1 day old dies, she's childless because she's 3, 4, 5 years old, you know. If his brother, the Yavam, engages in intercourse with her, he acquires her as his wife. And if she is married, a man other than her husband is liable for engaging in intercourse with her due to the violation of the prohibition against intercourse with a married woman. If the girl is less than that age, younger than 3 years and 1 day, the status of the intercourse with her is not that of intercourse in all halalchic senses. No ownership takes place. Rather, it is like placing a finger into the eye. Just as in that case, the eye constricts, sheds tears, and then returns to its original state, so too in a girl younger than 3 years and 1 day old, the hymen returns to its original state. Now, if you're going to go ahead and deny what that says, don't really know where to go with you. There's no club I can belong to that this is one of the tenets of the club, and I go, well, yeah, I know there's that bad part, but hey, there's the good parts too. No. And the thing is, if you could say, you know, what about Mishnah Nadah? And there would be these themish characters would come out and say, yeah, you're right.
We're trying to do our best to overturn. We're trying to do our best to eliminate that shit. We don't like it either. Well, that would be one thing. But that never happens. You think that you and the religion is only to hide the child stuff and to make money in the shadows on trafficking and prostitution. Did you not just hear what I read you? This is the Talmud. This is the foundation of their beliefs. And then, of course, there's soul correction. So the third link in the description after the fact will be to, no, fourth link, sorry. The fourth link will be to Israel Hayom's Bottom of Darkness, the most important article ever written. Written on April 23rd, 2025, in the Israel Hayom newspaper, which is Israel's #1 free newspaper, free periodical that is daily. Free daily newspaper is spread all over Israel. It's the #1, a Sheldon Adelson's thing. It detailed the ritual sexual abuse that is happening everywhere, from Hasidic to secular, northeast, south, and west. And they repeatedly remind you that it's happening all over the world too. So in all of their communities, Lakewood, Curious Joel, Huntington Woods here in Michigan, you know. And it talks about female genital mutilation, and it talks about Mishnah Nada, and it talks about soul correction ritual, which takes place every 2 weeks after a Torah lesson, led by the rabbi. The adults all stand in a big circle naked, singing songs and reading verses and all that shit, while the children are also naked in the center circle, awaiting the rape. And this happens every 2 weeks. It is insufferable. It is fucking insufferable. It's unfucking real. Yeah, I don't sit here and say fake shit. I don't require you to have faith in anything. I provide you with evidence for everything I'm saying. And then I put it back on you. Right? Are you okay with this? Is this how it works? Mm-hmm. This guy doesn't think God came down and impregnated a 12-year-old Jewish girl. What's wrong with him? Ugh. How stupid do you have to be to believe that shit? Like, it's just so dumb. The God of the universe was like, hey, that 12-year-old virgin Jewish girl, I'm going to put my baby in her. What a fucking dumb shit.
Right in the dick. Wow, tricking the sheep. Away on my dick. Where we get obese and wild mixed.
No, don't need to believe anything. Right, you're just gonna discard any miracles. What miracle are you talking about? You want to present some miracles? I'd love to see it. Love to see some of these miracles. Isn't it interesting how now that we have cell phones, stigmata doesn't happen anymore? When I was growing up, every month or so you'd hear another, every 2 months you'd hear another stigmata case out of some random place. Nowadays, not so much. Scientific evidence proves without a doubt, scientific evidence that humans evolved and were not created by any imaginary invisible magic man in the sky that hides. Whoa, sorry, I came at you too hard. I mean, science is just another religious bunch of bullshit, no doubt. But at least it has some basis in reality. Yeah. There is no... You notice how many times I've been blasphemous? Fuck God. God is stupid. God doesn't exist. God is a big old pedophile if it does. And God's a piece of shit and blah, blah, blah. Notice how nothing ever happens?
No smiting. This dumbass just says, you're just ignoring all the miracles. So then when I say, show me the miracles, he goes, well, there doesn't need to be miracles for Jesus to exist. You dumbass, you just brought it up. And just like every other Christian, when asked for proof, you just back down. You're stupid. It's just stupid. I said ignore all the miracles. Oh, so now we're saying the miracle birth didn't happen either? Well, how do you ignore the miracles and then Jesus exists? But it's funny, again, give me some miracles. Tell me about some of these miracles. Tell me any of the proof that you have. I would love to hear it. Sure, let's say the miracle birth didn't happen. It didn't. I mean, what are you even talking about? No, ignoring all the miracles, Jesus still existed. Sure, right. You can't separate the two. I did that job. It's a rough job. Try visiting a natural history science museum and see many ancient archaeological finds. Well, I mean, again, like I go to the museum a lot, and if anything, it's just more confusing. When you look at the museums, like the technology that supposedly existed at these times when they shouldn't. Trains blow my fucking mind. If you believe the narrative we're told about history, trains do not make any sense. Where'd they come from? How did we produce them? What factories existed that were mass producing these trains? And how are they spreading them all over? I mean, it's just fucking crazy. It's all crazy. All of our history is a lie. Literally, the only people that on earth that say Jesus didn't exist are uneducated atheists. Yeah, usually it's people that are uneducated that don't believe in Jesus. That's how that works. Right? It's always funny how desperate they have to get. Right? You know, it's just stupidity. Steam trains is an easy concept to understand. Sure it is. Sure it is. All the coal, all the everything involved too. It all makes so much sense. You know, building the Empire State Building in 40 days in 400 days. Over 2 winters in 1931. It makes so much sense. It's all just dumb. We're being lied to on every level. And it's all controlled by the same people, so why would you ever believe it anyway? Literally, even atheist scholars like Bert Ehrman, Jew, say Jesus existed. Yep. Yeah. And there's never been anybody that hasn't. Funny how, again, no miracles get provided, do they? Science also says that everything has its cause. What's the cause at the beginning of the universe? Don't say the universe made accidentally. What? What are you talking about? Trains go into the submarines category. Right? They just weird. Fucking weird. You know, I have a bunch of videos posted on my feed, a bunch of shorts. Go watch them.
Go see if you can explain them.
how amazing women look.
You know, the mass production, the mass production of giant steel fucking compress, like it's all just fucking insane. It's all insane. All the individual little parts, you know. It's just crazy. I watched The Spirit of St. Louis last night. The movie that was about Lindbergh. And again, it's just such a dumb story. You know, just dumb. But it is what it is. God created scientific evidence will never disprove God. How do you prove something doesn't exist? It's like, it's so stupid. The burden of proof is not on the person denying the thing. You're the one saying something exists, so you have to prove it. And being like, well, he said so, that's not fucking proof. You can't give shit. You can't, you won't. Mary, if you're watching, like, share, sub. Don't forget to help out. Fossil fuels and dinosaurs. 205. The Bible just got here with 6,000 years ago. You believe in dinosaurs, man. You're just not there yet, I guess. You haven't realized that science is just as much of a religion as religion is. A bunch of funny dressed people thousands of miles away who are infallible are telling you shit, and you just have to believe it. Never mind you don't actually see any of it. Never mind that you don't actually experience any of it. Just trust them, because they don't have incentive to lie to you. You know? You go to school, you put yourself in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to study you're a theoretical physicist who specializes in black holes. You have yourself a fucking $1 million house, you have your 6-figure job, your wife has her, 2.5 kids, everybody has a car, everybody has a cell phone, all the different programs everyone's in, everything exists because of your good job. And if you get blacklisted from your job, well, where are you going to take your theoretical physics degree that specializes in black holes and get another job that pays you for literally doing nothing that well? Nowhere. Nowhere. You have every incentive in the world to push the narrative. And you see what happens when scientists speak out against the system. They end up suiciding themselves in the head twice. Yep. I'm as stupid as the Christians, because you think believing in one thing makes sense, and I don't believe in any of it. Yeah, gotcha. It's funny how you're not actually arguing anything I'm saying, just like the Christians. You know, you're just another cult member in a different costume. And it's just a common sense thing. I mean, it's just as much common sense. Just look at it. You know? Like I say, go watch my other videos at the museum. You tell me how you can debunk it. Pretty simple. You know, I'm giving you the evidence, and then I'm picking it apart. Why don't you tell me what I'm missing? Oh, Lindbergh was the first one to go across the ocean. Yeah, well, what about all the airships? We're not supposed to talk about airships. You know, the World's Fairs, they just built all those buildings to be destroyed, except for the ones that happen to still exist today. Those ones were built to last, but all of the rest of them were built to be destroyed. Can science prove that why we are here on Earth? What's the meaning of life?
That's just a distraction. Talking about the meaning of life. Uh-oh, do we have a Muslim here? How do you feel about the government raising our taxes to fund the Zionists? $1.5 trillion. Yeah, that's why we need to, they need that extra budget because they just integrated the militaries. Right? I mean, it all fits together. Are you guys doing anything fun on the upcoming 25th? Yeah. Like, what are you, a dancing Israeli there? Ayahuasca. No, I don't need some drug mind-altering experience. I don't want that. I want truth in reality. Mary, what's happening? Karen's allowed back out. If you guys are watching, don't forget to like, share, and sub. Help out. Whether or not you agree with me or whatever, none of you can deny there's something weird going on here. How many feeds have you ever been on that have 11 viewers and 11 likes? 2,700 plus subscribers? 11 viewers, 11 likes? How does that make sense? Right? Look at the fucking comment section. All makes sense, doesn't it? And all the talk to try to distract us. It's all distraction bullshit. Talk about this, talk about that. Don't talk about Mishnah Nadah 5:4. Don't talk about metzitzia. Don't talk about soul correction. Hmm? Did Muhammad exist? No, dumbass. No. Muhammad, whose favorite wife was Aisha, Aisha, who was 6 years old when she was married to 50-something-year-old Muhammad. And then they consummated the marriage when she was 9. She was groomed for 3 years. And then at 9 years old, they consummated the marriage. Yeah, sounds like some more Jewish fairy tale bullshit to me. Our brains have evolved as an efficient way for survival. 14 and 13. I have 10 and 12. Muslim here. She was not. No, she was. 9 years old. She was Muhammad's favorite wife. Are you denying your own shit now? Because you know how awful it is, so you have to deny it? It's all Jewish fairy tale bullshit. It's all just control scheme nonsense to divide us, to make us hate each other. And as long as we're divided and hating each other, we're not focused on them. Now are we?
Because you dumb like that. And you don't know no better. I said you dumb like that. And you're as sharp as mild cheddar. You dumb like that. And you never should say never. Since you dumb like that. And you don't know no better. Because you dumb like that. And you don't know no better. I said you dumb like that. You're like a vegan dressed in leather. You dumb like that. And you never should say never. Since you is dumb like that. And you just don't know no better.
Now Rebecca was 3 years old, so explain that. Explain what? Dude, I don't believe in any of their dumb bullshit. Sorry, you're the one that believes in their dumb bullshit. You're the one that needs to be told how to think. I don't need to be told how to think. I don't need to be told how to be a bigot and hate other people for who they are at birth or by birth or whatever.
Drawing a blank, installing in fake food, the walls you create move things along on their schedule. You're wrong in the bed, you'll head to arrest.
You know how many Muslims are on the down low? I got a gay buddy who belongs to this bathhouse in Detroit. And
it was like a secret bathhouse. You had to pay to get your membership, and then you'd show up, and it was like a protected parking lot or some shit. And then he'd go in there, and there'd just be all kinds. But he said, you know, it's full of Muslims, full of Muslims. Arise, chicken. Arise, chicken. You've got the dumb Christian on here making fun of Muslims for believing what the Jews say. How stupid do you have to be? Man, it's all dumb. Religion is based in arrogance. It's all insecure arrogance. And that's a weird thing to say, but you know, you believe in it out of insecurity. You know, you don't want to go to hell when you die. You know, you don't want to make God mad. But you believe it based on nothing. You know, you ask a Christian, okay, so you're a Christian, you're whatever specific, you're a Lutheran, you're a Protestant, you're a whatever denomination you call yourself. Can you thoroughly debunk every other Christian denomination, along with all the Muslims, along with the Mormons, along with the Jews, along with the Scientologists? Can you just you can debunk all of it, but then you get to Christianity and you can't? Or your version of Christianity and then you can't? No. You believe the bullshit your parents told you to believe. And a lot of it comes from knowing that if you don't believe it, you will get ostracized by your family.
The ditties but tennis, the balls of Paul. You make no sense like Venice. You won't call out the small hats, kiss the wall.
It's all just arrogance. But you can't. He's just another dumbass. That's all it is. You're an arrogant dumbass. And you know, it's really sad. It's just sad. 45,000 denominations. I think it's more enjoyable to exist. Enjoyable existence, have some magic in your life. So again, it's arrogance. You know, it makes it more enjoyable for you to know that your God watches children get raped. Because remember, your God is like right here. He has that view of the children getting raped. Children getting raped, starving to death, being bombed by God's chosen people. But hey, it's more enjoyable for you to believe there's some magic. Not like, you know, magic, David Blaine style. You like that, but no, like specifically your religious magic. All the other religious magics are stupid. I mean, it's fucking silly, man. Arrogance is all around. That's all it is. It's everywhere. God gave people free will. Yup. You know what you never see? You never see somebody win the race, win the award for the best this or that, and they start their speech by going, "Hey, I just, you know, first and foremost, all glory be to God. Without God, none of this is possible." Basically, God picked them to win. You never ever hear somebody go, hey, buddy, don't say that. God gave us free will. God has nothing to do with your victory. You did that all on your own. You should be proud of yourself. They never say that. The only time they bring up the free will argument is when it's like, hey, how come God never stops the pedophiles?
My friend who sleeps is better. My friend confessed she passed the test.
Like eating their THEIR prey alive, but it exists. What? What? Yeah, the thing is, bears eat their prey to survive. You don't rape children to survive. What are you fucking talking about? What a terrible analogy. Oh, look at how dumb they are, Mary. Isn't it fucking shocking? But now you understand why every truther that tells you to believe in Jesus is allowed to exist. Because it doesn't challenge people on their fundamental levels. And it's like people want to believe in those people because they're just as dumb as they are. Look, they're as stupid as I am. They believe the same stupid things I do without challenging, without asking questions. Oh, isn't that great? It's amazing. Sounds like fun.
Well, I'm glad you don't do this shit anymore. Fuck all these whiny ass people that don't know how things go.
I mean, you only know it because you were in it. There's plenty of things that you're a whiny ass person
but when I'm
for.
explaining shit to somebody and they know I have years of experience, fucking listen to what I'm saying. Quit trying to blame somebody.
Yeah, well, you know who you're talking about.
I mean, you're not blaming me, of course.
I know.
Telling me that this loan officer is shit and everything. He's not.
Oh.
Get this.
Look how stupid you are. Again, it's just amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to call you names, but I'm going to use it in a, please, Jesus, please. Like, what kind of arrogant shit is that? Believing that God, like everything is God's plan. Everything works the way God wants it to. And yet you can pray. You can be like, hey, God, I know you were doing it this way, but can you do it this way now? But hey, this person's not arrogant or anything. Judgmental is all fucked, but not arrogant. They're just pathetic, man. It's pathetic. I will never get together with any of you about anything. Right, exactly. We've noticed that you don't seem to mind pedophilia very much. Yeah, we've noticed. You sick pedophile piece of shit, you. Pedophiles can't help but out themselves, man.
You can have that.
Because they're not normal. It's like if you hung out with me, we went somewhere, you would catch me looking at fucking titties. Some chick walked by with her titties out, I'm gonna be like, hey, look at them titties. You're gonna know that I like titties by the things that I do. It's second nature for me. I don't have to try to convince you that I like titties. You would just see it. And it's the same thing with these pedos. It's why these pedos have to live in the shadows, because all they do is out themselves. They say shit that you wouldn't say because you're not a pedo. And you're like, whoa, that was fucking weird. Hey, why every time we walk by a certain age group of kids, your head turns like you're looking at a hot chick? They out themselves. And they knowing what disgusting pieces of shit they are, they want to believe in something that absolves them, that makes them feel better about being the piece of shit that they are. And well, not too much is more favorable to pedophiles than Christianity, boy. You know, the only unforgivable sin is blasphemy. Rape all the children you want, and that's okay. As long as you say you're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's wild, man. It's wild. But the point is nature is cruel. Okay, but we're not talking about nature. We're talking about choice. People choose to identify as certain cults through arrogance and then avoid the reality of the situation. Don't you think it's strange that so many people have heard me say repeatedly, my main goal is to protect the Jewish children. We have to stop the pedophilia. And they don't go, yeah, you know what, man? I might not like the way your haircut is. I might not like the cut of your jib. But you're right. We do need to kill pedos, so I'm going to give you some support on that. Isn't it weird how that never seems to happen? Isn't that strange? Must just be my fantasy going on here, right? It's me. Yep, I'm the bad guy here. This guy doesn't understand English now. Why do you keep agreeing with him, Mary? All he's doing is saying, like, we should kill pedos and stuff. That's going to interfere with my life. Yeah, the wood chippers thing is too easy. No, what we need to do is acknowledge the fact that we live in a society with people that like to hurt. And we could say, hey, look, if you're one of those people that likes to hurt, as long as you sign up to be in the group and you agree that you won't hurt anybody else innocently, then anytime somebody does hurt somebody, we'll give them to you and you can do whatever you want with them. Now you have a real deterrence, right? Now you have something that scares them, because if the pedophile knows that they're going to be given to somebody even worse than themselves, they might be a lot less likely to do something about it. Where is... okay, what the fuck ever. Oh, Mary, it looks like the act.il is trying to focus on you, Mary. Because apparently this guy's having a hard time understanding what I'm saying. Makes sense, doesn't it? The evidence is Jesus is crucified. Right, well, so the story says Jesus was crucified, so that's evidence for the story? How does that work? Other than you're really fucking stupid and you're a guilty pedophile, which I've blatantly called you numerous times now. How do you do that? Right, what evidence? The evidence that the story says that Jesus was crucified. That's evidence that Jesus was crucified, right, Mary? What is the root of evil? Why do you get lost in dumb shit like that? Ignorance that exists in you, unless acknowledged, it will emerge unconsciously. What are you even talking about? Let's see, if you're a historian and you belong in a narrative where everybody wants you to say one thing, and if you say things that go against the narrative, you make less money, you get blacklisted. Think that explains why historians say the same shit? Can you imagine being a historian? Like, what does that even mean? I'm a historian. How do you exist? How do you get paid? You just get paid for what? Regurgitating some narrative? Boy, that must be nice. Right? Historians aren't like debunking things. It's just ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. This guy thinks like the Bible is an actual, like it's like a movie, right? You can see the footage, so you're like, no, obviously that happened.
Whether it's gasoline fumes or acid and the doors, sometimes.
What if you don't belong to the narrative and still agree with the people who... What the fuck? So now you're talking more arrogance? So now you're like, well, I believe it, but I only believe it in my way. Gotcha. Gotcha. Even more arrogance.
Like CSK.
So stupid. It's so fucking embarrassingly stupid. You notice how nobody is getting behind you on this? There's nobody like, wow, you're really kicking ass. Boy, that's a great point. Like, as desperate as Christians are, they're even looking at your arguments going, oh, this guy's stupid. It's just what it is, man. It's like it's so... It's all just such obvious Jewish bullshit. And they tell you, like the Bible tells you over and over again, don't question the Bible. Don't say anything against the Bible. You better just believe the Bible. What I always want to know is, many instances in the Bible do you have a person having a conversation with another person, or even having a conversation with God, like with Abraham, right? Who was writing all of that down? Who was writing down what Lot's daughters said to each other in the cave? You know, when they hatched that plan to get their father drunk so they may lay with him, repopulate the earth. He says, Joseph, but you support the Jews. Again, is it just because you're a dumb Muslim that you say that? Is that what it is? Like, at what point have I ever even slightly supported the Jews? You know, the whole Mishnah Nadav 5:4 thing? Yeah, what are you talking about? I guess, again, Muslims aren't really known for their intelligence, so it's not real surprising. Oh, I said it when you came in. I said I support the Jews. When? Have you just been not paying attention? What are you even fucking talking about? You dumb clown. God, Muslims are dumb, man. But you have to be. You have to be stupid to believe in those narratives. It's as stupid as it gets. I've never heard him say he supports Jews. Yeah. I'm a revert, but I'll let you think. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm saying these things because I also want change for better. If we just treat it like symptoms, like eradicate pedophiles, it will reemerge. No, you can't just kill pedophiles. You have to kill the system that produces them, for sure. What are you even talking about here? I'm stupid, but you don't know what a revert means. Yeah, never heard anybody refer to themselves as revert. Seems like you should, be more than willing to express what you believe, but apparently you're a fucking idiot. And I support the Jews too. What a dumbass. What's a revert? Let's see if we can't find that. Here, we'll look it up. Let's see what the dumb Muslim believes. What the fuck?
Flowing dopamine.
I had to do this then. Alright. A revert. Yeah, I've been doing this for a really long time and no one has identified themselves as a revert. I might say you're re-something, but I wouldn't say vert. Do. Why is Google taking so long? Google's like, I'm tired. I'm tired. A revert. The Merriam-Webster version. We like our Merriam-Webster. Come the fuck on. What is happening here? Do. Come on. Like, what makes the internet just get slow all of a sudden? What's a revert? Oh, look. I'm not the only one who doesn't know what it is. All right. Revert. Number 1 means to come or go back as to a former condition, period, or subject. Number 2, to return to the grantor or the grantor's heirs at the end of a reversion. 3, to return to an ancestral type. That's dumb as shit. Okay, why do Muslims say revert? Let's see what it says here. Google is fucking slow today. That must be my fault somehow. It's something I'm doing. Yeah. This is all me, guys. Sorry. If you're watching, like, share, sub. 14 viewers, 13 likes, 2,700 subscribers. Does not make fucking sense. Muslims use revert instead of convert because of the belief that everyone is born with an innate natural inclination towards recognizing and submitting to one God known as fitrah. So it's some arrogant bullshit, right? It's arrogance. Because, you know, children are always like, yeah, I believe in one God. Right? Children think about that shit. What a dumbass. Let's see. Muslim means one that submits to God. No, see, he doesn't even know what his own shit is. What a dumbass. So he referred, that's why he said that. That's why he didn't answer the question, because he didn't know what it meant. Ah, there we go. That makes more sense. Because it's very much different than one that submits to God. You know, submitting to God means you have to be presented with it. Revert means you are an innate inclination towards recognizing and submitting to one God, known as fitrah. When a person embraces Islam, they are seen as simply returning to their original, pure spiritual state at birth. Oh, man. It's like Semitism, right? It's like why people say shit like Semitism or anti-Semitism. When you're saying shit that's opposing Jewish beliefs, they don't say, that's anti-Jewish. Because they don't care if you believe in their shit or not. They say Semitism because it has a very specific meaning. Semitism is policy or predisposition favorable to Jews. So that's policy is the rules and regulations, and predisposition is even worse. Predisposition is kind of like this, right? It's genetic programming. If your mom's family all has cancer, even if you don't smoke, drink, or do drugs, you have a higher chance of getting cancer because of your predisposition to it. So when they say Semitism is policy or predisposition favorable to Jews, it basically covers everything. If you do something they don't like that goes against the policy or the predisposition that's favorable to them, then they start crying anti-Semitism. And instead of people embracing the term because they know what the much older word Semitism means, they end up going, oh, wait, no, that's not what I'm saying, because we think it has something to do with like racism or something like that. You know, the last thing they want is education. That's why in 2020, they had, I don't know if you have like hearings, I don't know what the official terminology is for the procedure to change the spelling of a word, but anti-Semitism, since its coining in the 1860s, 1880s, something like that, was always spelled A-N-T-I hyphen capital S-E-M-I-T-I-S-M. Yet in 2020, they changed it to A-N-T-I-S-E-M-I-T-I-S-M, all one word, all lowercase. And the reason they did that, even though it's funny, Trump's task force to combat anti-Semitism is spelled the old way. The reason that they did that is because they admittedly said they didn't want Goyim to think anti-Semitism opposed something called Semitism. They were literally trying to hide the definition from us. So they changed the spelling. So they created, you know, a whole bunch of work to go back through and have to change all the different spellings of Semitism, anti-Semitism to now the one word where, you know, get rid of the hyphen, make the lowercase, like that's work. And to justify all that extra work, it was to prevent us from knowing what it means. They hijack everything. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with blood libel. You know? Like we say in the song, blood libel, in fact, is our word, just like anti-Semitism. You know? It's all about control. Everything is all about control and manipulation. Plug in. Julie Swetnick. I like Julie Swetnick.
Where is Julie Swetnick? Shouldn't she be in prison? If she lied about what Brett did, then in accordance with tradition, she should have been given
Quite the lengthy stay.
at a place where the
Good living.
at the end of every day, you have not been raped by your
Semitic,
or a guard.
like the Jews are the anti-Semitic ones. Semitic refers to the people of the region. Whether you're talking about Palestinians or Lebanese people or even black people, Africans and shit. These are Semitic people. Semitism is a completely different word, and there's a reason for it. I mean, you don't just have multiple words, but there's no reason for it. They don't have different meanings. You had to use the dictionary, LOL, because I didn't know. You clearly didn't know what the definition was. The definition you gave was wrong. And as far as Semitism goes, I use that definition so there's no questioning things. Because cowards like you will try to find some way. Oh, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? YouTube? I mean, your dumbass denied that Aisha was Muhammad's favorite wife, who was married to him at 6 and consummated the relationship at 9. You're, Y-O-U-R, another one to speak. But let's what was I gonna look up? Fuck, I forgot what damn it, I screwed up. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up Wikipedia. And then we pull up the songs. Restart the song. If I don't do it in this order, then it doesn't play the music. But we want it to play the music. The best fucking music in the world. I'd much rather listen to something that makes me think and inspires me than listen to the same dumb nonsense, nodding my head yes to the worst things possible. Yup, niggas shoot, niggas kill, bitches, niggas, drugs, yes, niggas,
What was I gonna look up?
At a place where the hood knitted
Fuck, I
at
forgot
the
to.
end of every day,
What I was
you
looking
have
up.
not been raped by your cellmate or a guard.
There was a word I want to look up, but I don't remember what it was.
Ever shutting its mouth. Since they're who caused your scars and they're who's counting on your doubt to keep you standing stout.
That's because you're awesome, Mary. Music is the most powerful weapon. It really is. That's why they control it like they do. Music crosses all boundaries. Lack of communication and all that. People from other countries can watch this feed and, if they don't speak English as their first language, they're going to miss a lot of what's said. They might pick up some of it. But if it's a song, then they can look up the lyrics to the song and get the exact meaning that they want. And then they can unify with people all over the world saying the same thing. And my shit's the best. No doubt about it. There's not anyone lyrically even close to me. And Charles is so unique. I mean, again, nobody's even close. I mean, if you're religious in any sort of way, you would say that, God guided us together. 8,000 miles apart. We shouldn't know each other. Two people as prolific as we are. It shouldn't work out that way. It is the best. I agree. Not saying I don't like other people's shit, but I think ours is the best. Not just the message, but it sounds good. Like, it sounds good. It fits almost all scenarios you could have it on, and it fits. Like if you're if you're in the mood for death metal or whatever, well, we're not gonna feed that niche. But you want to chill, you want to be inspired, you want to be, get a little nasty. It's all there. And there's unlike most songs out there, these songs are coherent, are a cohesive message, start to finish. Usually the first line and the last line have something to do with each other, just to bring it all back full circle.
What should be but isn't learned is their agendas for the hidden, like their supremacist law return as
it was the only thing that got me through the day yesterday, so thank you. You're welcome. Oh, you didn't try going to Jesus? Jesus didn't get you through your tough time yesterday? It's all God's plan. Yeah, roach for me? Never take a stand. You understand. I agree with the message, but it's not my style. I don't think everybody is going to like it. But again, if I was playing death metal, I wouldn't expect everybody to like that either. And if you're somebody that likes death metal and that's all you listen to, you're definitely not gonna be a huge TBD fan. Although I have had death metal people be like, I don't normally like rap or anything. That was weird. I don't dislike it. Right. That's what I mean. Oh look, the hawks are back. Why are these hawks around here? It's really weird. And they're screaming. They keep screaming. You hear it?
Welcome to the Ice Age. claiming they're on the right page of history, no living free, we're frozen from the fright they demand while on the bright stage, planning to incite rage against the solar.
The thing is, too, the more you listen to us, the more other shit sucks. Because you hear it as stupid. Like, I love Dr. Dre's The Chronic. I think it's the greatest rap album of all time. But yet, if I listen to it, I'm like, oh yeah, these gangsters are they're doing it. When they dive bomb and looks up, that's fucking amazing. Nature is amazing, regardless of whether you're like, oh, like my wife hates looking at animals feed themselves. Like, you understand how beautiful that is? Something can catch a rabbit. Do you know how insane that has to be to catch a rabbit? Like, it's beautiful. It might be a little gross to watch it eat, but the capture is fucking insane.
Watching colored bombs blasting homes for gender reveals. There's children being killed.
But yeah, it makes other music just seem like Goy slop. That's you know. The Goy slop is just everywhere. And even if you claim you hate me and all that other shit, you know, especially the more, it's just like anything else, the more you hear it. You remember when Kanye was in Brazil and he was on that magical floating stage and he stopped his show, mid-show, and was like, you know, this is all bullshit. They play the same 8 songs on the radio over and over again and they make you like it. And you know, Jay-Z had, well, why don't you call me dog, and all kinds of shit. And after that show, they actually canceled the rest of his tour, and his trainer got him locked up in a mental home where they fucking gave him a lobotomy. They fried his brain. One of his closest compadres is interviewed shortly after that. I can't find the interview anymore. But he said, you know, they asked him how Kanye's doing, and he said, oh, well, he's getting better. He's getting his memory back, and, you know, things are starting to come together, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's getting his memory back? What the fuck are you talking about? It's a special love the lion has for the gazelle. It's beautiful.
Welcome to the ICE agents and ladies in the shady system. Kidnapped by the ICE agents, we're free to be in prison. They tell us it's a nice cage meant to hide the lies we're given, ensuring we read the right page when their story is purely division. The one thing ICE
Memory eraser. Yeah, it was fucking nuts. And then he suddenly had the blonde hair. And he shows up to go hang out with Trump. And they come downstairs and they're taking pictures and Kanye's just sitting there. And Trump's talking about how him and Kanye are great friends and they talk all the time and all that. And they ask Kanye a question. I'm just here to get my picture taken. He's clearly fucking gone. You're telling me that Kanye West is not producing music anymore? How does somebody that prolific stop producing music? He's easily the greatest musician of our generation, of the last. He's like a Bach. He's like a whatever the fuck, Mozart. He's the Mozart of today. So many of the songs from the 2000s that you like, he made the beat for him. And now suddenly, he makes the Hail Hitler song, which is not very good. It doesn't actually say anything. And since then, he's changed it to now saying hallelujah. Like, it's so fucking weird. But remember when he said what he said in 2022, while they were putting Netanyahu and coalition in office illegally, and we needed to be distracted, so Kanye, you know, said, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews, and
Every single news agency told you to pay attention to it. None of you follow Kanye. None of you give a shit what Kanye says on a regular basis. And yet the news, they, you know, like, think of all the publicity. Nobody would have known Kanye said what he said had the news not said anything. Just like I wouldn't know about the movie From Hebrew to Negro unless the whole Kyrie Irving thing happened. And I looked up, what did Kyrie post? And of course it told me. And then, oh, if you go look at it, you know, I didn't bother watching the movie. I couldn't care less. But, you know, that's what happened. And while they were putting that supremacist coalition in office, we were all worried about what Kanye just said. Oh, and everybody was like, oh, Kanye's gonna kill himself. Watch, they're gonna kill, Kanye's gonna suicide. Kanye's gonna suicide. And I was like, no, he's not. He did what he was supposed to do. Dave came out, Dave Chappelle told you. Because remember, you know, Kanye did his thing, and then Kyrie did his thing like the next day or two. And then the following Saturday, Dave Chappelle just happened to be the host of Saturday Night Live and did the opening monologue that only he could do. Which, of course, he started off by reading a note saying that he's a good boy. I'm a good boy. I support everything Jewish. Don't worry. And now you have the new Dave Chappelle that says, you know, there has to be a code word. If you ever hear me say something that you know I've been taken in, they've got me. I know. How about I stand with Israel? And everybody's like, oh. But Israel's just a distraction. Zionism is just a distraction. Those are the things they tell you to fucking focus on. Okay, we know that you're upset, so you're allowed to say you don't like Zionists. You're allowed to say, you know, we don't want you saying free Palestine. We don't want you talking about Israel, but if you're going to talk bad, talk about Israel and talk about the Zionists, okay? Don't you dare say it's the cult itself. Don't you dare.
You may say you hate me, but I call you a fan. You blow me as you basically fall through on every plan of attack that your command tries to demand that you succeed with. Act.il is how you were branded while you were handed your completed scripted stance that gets repeated by you seasoned robot losers. Your clan is easily defeated using reason. Your manures why you demons are the cure to pure happiness and unity. By not believing in your allure, we'll surely see less of your usury.
It is. It should be.
Joe came back the very next day. The friar came back. I hope the gooner was a goner, but the pedo came back the very next day. Oy vey! What you say? Joe came back the very next day.
The friar came back. I hope the gooner was a goner, but the pedo came back the very next day. Oy vey!
What you say? I'm quite possibly stupidest, wanting intelligence from stupidity. Obviously, going through with this common sense says I should ruthlessly call them denser than.
Of course, they call me evil. I champion their eradication. You know, this guy called me evil when I said, don't blame Israel, don't blame Zionism. Isn't it weird timing? It's all fucking stupid.
Like when Artemis astronauts choke and expose the whole thing as pathetic. Joe came back the very next day.
Hey, that,
the
see?
friar came
And yeah, they think I'm evil. They think I'm bad because I want to eradicate the thing that says girls that are 3 years and 1 day old can be raped into marriage. Like, it just, come on. If you're watching, like, share, and sub, if you think marrying, raping 3-year-old girls and then calling them your wife is wrong, like, share, and sub. If you think I'm wrong for saying it, like, share, and sub, and maybe if you share it, somebody better than you can come explain it, because you're not doing a very good job. Let's see. This guy thinks it's funny. He thinks raping children is funny. What do you expect? Like, what's more evil than that? Seriously, I've been doing this for a long time. And I hit the wall. It took me, all these years till I finally hit the wall a couple of months ago. I hit the wall. I don't know how to get any worse than Mishnah Nada 5:4. If anybody can show me something that's worse than that, I'm all ears. If you can show me something that's worse than Mishnah Nada 5:4, something else I should be focused on, I'll start talking about that instead. I don't know how to get past that. But if you can show me something, I'm all ears.
What you say? The Jewish Currents article is literally all of you. It talks about how they use
that Corey guy. The day I did my airplane video, the airplane fuel video, it was either that day or the next day he did his airplane fuel video, and he literally showed the same pictures I showed. That was kind of strange. I think more of them are watching than you realize.
What do I know? I'm just a dumb Goyim.
Oh, that's the worst. Look at this. Look at this shit. They just keep saying dumb shit. Like the real person, Mary, goes, that's the worst. It's the worst. The idea of raping children is the worst. That's what the real people say. The friar, pedophiles, they come in and say, dumb shit. Right? It's despicable. It's unfathomable. Now, it has, I really do think there's something to the micro penis thing. Because I just, how do you, it's a 3-year-old. How is that physically possible? They're so tiny, and yet you guys somehow do it. Well, when you add the micro penis into the equation, I guess that kind of makes sense, It at least explains the logistics of it.
Take a body blowjob like the night says today. You can say goodbye to blowjob like they don't make you gay.
Just a poke in the eye. Right. You're a wicked, dangerous, anti-Semitic dirtbag. You need therapy. Well, there we go with mental. We always revert back to the mental, right? It's a psychosis, a pathological disorder, an irrational phobia. I'm reading what their Talmud says, and they say, I am wicked, dangerous. I'm dangerous. The whole 9 people that are watching me, I'm dangerous. Because they understand that. It's dangerous to them if people understand that Mishnah Nada is what they believe in. Imagine if you had a friend and you were like, that was a friar, and you were like, hey man, let me ask you about this. I saw this guy on YouTube, and he says Mishnah Nada is the thing. Do you like, is that real? And of course they're gonna play stupid. They always play stupid. But the one thing he's not gonna say is, yeah, that's fucking awful. We need to do something about it. And if you say, man, this sounds horrible, I agree with that. That guy's right. We should eradicate that shit. We need to get rid of anybody that believes that. Watch how quickly they turn on you. But this is what they do. It's dangerous to them if we start knowing the truth. Back to the nursing home. Yep, because that's how old I am.
Let's say your man's a great one.
Not a word about how disgusting this is.
Makes you feel amazing.
And they're terrified. They're fucking terrified. Why do you think Ian Carroll is allowed to exist? Or was? Haven't seen him in a long time. Guys like him. You know, Ian Carroll's whole thing was boasting, was flexing for them. Look at this, they have this, and they're this big company, and they're that big company, and they control this, and they control that, and you don't have any control. Oh, here, by the way, download this app to your phone that'll give Israel a backdoor into your shit. But it'll help you search the Epstein files. Your kite house is falling. I mean, this is not difficult. I keep telling you guys that. This isn't difficult. We're not talking about something that is beyond your ability to understand or some supernatural force that can't be stopped. It's just arrogance, and it's manipulation. Of course you're a Christian, because, you know, again, who do Christians revere? Who are your Christian God's chosen people? The Bible consistently tells you that they build the God phone, you know, out in the middle of nowhere where nobody can see it. There's no evidence. God will tell them that, hey, from this place to that place is my name is God. I am the man with the, you know, fire in my nostrils who breathes fire when he breathes. He always introduces himself as something different. And he might change their name. You are not Abram anymore, you're Abraham. And your wife is no longer Sarai, she's Sarah. I like that better. But God says, all right, from here to here is yours. Go into that already existing city and tell them. And they go into the city and they say, hey, I built the God phone where nobody could see it. And God said that all this is mine, so I'm gonna live in the big house over there, and you guys all pay me taxes now. And everybody's like, okay. I mean, I don't understand. Why would you lie about that? You know, what incentive would you have to lie about something so serious? But it's not about the past, it's about the present. It's about taking from us and giving to them. No, understand. Grease the false conspiracies. Anytime they won't write the word God, they're acknowledging that they're Jewish. Holiest text, sacred and ancient. Not really. Hebrew was invented in the late 1800s, early 1900s. The first Hebrew dictionary was in 1903, made by a guy called Eliezer Ben Yehuda. Hebrew is the youngest language spoken on the planet. And they say that to supplement the deficiencies of Hebrew, they used Aramaic, specifically Arabic, to fill in the holes. That's why when you hold Hebrew up to a mirror, it looks like Arabic. And it's because that's all they did. They're just fucking stupid. They're so short-sighted and arrogant that they didn't realize, like, yeah, let's give them the internet. Who cares? What are they gonna do? Well, we're gonna reach out and
connect with each other and look shit up that you weren't expecting us to. Keep preaching your white supremacy. Sweetheart, I'm a white supremacist. Anti-Semitic narrative, and Hashem will destroy your path. Oh yeah? Fuck Hashem. Fuck your Yahweh. Fuck your stupid God. Fuck all of it. None of it's real, you dumbass. Yeah. But this is what they have a programmed set of responses. They don't know how to do it any differently. And of course, the only anti-Semitic ones are them. They're the ones killing the Semitic people. They're the ones eradicating the Semitic people. The Lebanese are Semitic. The Palestinians are Semitic. They banned DNA testing in Israel because the last one showed that 95% of them didn't have Semitic DNA. Came from places like Ukraine. Came from places like Europe and the Americas. I mean, they're just... The fact is, like, this dumbass, let's see, joined 1 year ago, has 4 subscribers. This dumbass can't actually address what I'm saying. It's more of like, you know, sort of secondary addressing it. Not actually addressing anything being said, but just sort of saying these pull cord response. Hashem will blah blah. Shut the fuck up. Notice how he's not actually acknowledging the Mishnah Nada thing. Yeah, because I'm right. Yeah, that's all it is. If I wasn't right, do you really like? Think about this. They make up 0.183% of the world's population. Hang on a second. Goddamn tea is running through me today. Hang on.
There's a disgusting disease affecting us all, whether down on your knees, big or small, short or tall, called skinny or fat. If you shop at the mall or if it falls off the rack, you're under attack. In fact, it's an invasion. We're given the smack in the cracks in the pavement while insisting we praise them for raising us to be racist. Yet we only get saved when we pray to a sadist.
They make up 2% of the world's YouTube isn't just the United States. YouTube is worldwide, and they make up 0.183% of the world's population. Less than 0.2% of the world's population.
Still up there. I know.
So to have them just sort of naturally on a feed, more than one of them would mean I would have to have thousands of views. Even if I had one of them, what is 1.183% of? How do you figure out that math? What is 0.183% of? What number is 1? If I have one of something, okay? 0.183.
I think it's 546.
So I would have to have 546 people here? No, it's less. It's more than that. 0.183%. Yes. 1 is 0.183% of what number?
So let me ask the question.
546. Okay. Yeah, I'm trusting you. I'm not Matt. I know I'm a big arrogant fuck, but I don't think I'm the best mathematician in the world. But so every 546 people that's here, or that would have, for every number of them that's here, for every one of them that's here, I should have 546 people watching me to make it make sense. For them to just be here just naturally, that's just, you know, that's just the population percentage. Yet I have 6 people here, and multiple of them are friars. Just think about how do you think that just coincidentally happens? And then of course they come back day after day after day after day after day. Does that make sense? Or does act.il, them being assigned this page as a mission, make more sense? Well, for those that don't understand, act.il is a social networking service used by supporters of Israel to oppose, quote, online anti-Israel content, such as the Boycott, Divestments, and Sanctions Movement, BDS. Its activities were referred to as a, quote, an online propaganda campaign and, quote, a virtual situation room of pro-Israel experts. Act.io, pay attention here, Act.io directed its users to, quote, missions to like, comment on, and share pro-Israel material on social media. It also asked users to flag, report, and respond to criticisms of Israel. Users were guided how to respond, which might entail writing a reply using the provided talking points. That's why they all say the same dumb shit. The app also provided users with ready-made memes for them to share, promoting Israel's perspective. By completing missions, users earned points, unlocked badges, and have their scores displayed on leaderboards. Does that make sense? I'm just asking, you know, if I'm wrong, then tell me. Does it make more sense that they would randomly be here, you know, even though I don't have 1,500 viewers or anything? You have multiple of them here. They're crying and they're saying the same dumb shit while avoiding all the points being made. Which one makes more sense? Natural or, you know, here failing their mission? Or maybe they are, you know, maybe they are succeeding. I don't know. If the mission parameters say come in here and make us look like fucking stupid inbred jagamoths, then they're succeeding. They're doing well. Take your meds. Take your meds. Take your meds. Supremacist, hypocrite, and stupid. Great job. Exactly. Exactly. What's the matter? They run away? They ran away. Oh. You guys are lucky Mary's here. I'd have been gone a while ago. But Mary isn't always here, so. Slider's almost cooked. What's up, Happy Cat? My aunt used to have a cat. She called.
Select the state of non-tolerance while chewing the crab, the one that laughs last.
7 viewers, 15 likes. 2,700 subscribers, all numbers that make so much sense. They don't hint at interference or throttling. No.
We're chasing the hands with no fury. Get down.
The thing about the act.il thing is if you actually go to the jewishcurrents.org article, Call of Duty, it puts it in a whole different sort of perspective. Usually they shut up when I'm reading something. You know, when there's that, like if I start reading Israel Hayom, Bottom of Darkness, they end up making themselves look so awful by, you know, saying that, oh, they're just lying, all these victims are lying, and so they end up just being quiet. It's pretty interesting.
Flipping the side while staying on track. Possible task keep arising. This shadow.
These micro penises gotta go, man.
One by one we're getting there.
It's just ridiculous. I do want to read something else to you real quick. Lag Omer, the 33rd day of Omer, 33rd. You ever wonder where the 33 comes from? It's theirs. Is a Jewish religious holiday celebrated on the 33rd day of the counting of the Omer, which occurs on the 18th day of the Hebrew month Iyar. Okay, and according to the according to the Rishonim, the plague that killed 24,000 of Rabbi Avika's students ended on Lag BaOmer. For some communities, the mourning period of the counting, thus blah blah blah. This is, they basically they make big bonfires, right? You know, they make big bonfires, and it says here, due to incidents involving teenagers who threw live animals in Lag BaOmer bonfires, a group of Israelis with initiative took to patrolling bonfires to prevent this cruel misbehavior. Do you understand how fucked up that is? Puppies and kittens and shit. There's videos online showing them throwing puppies off of buildings and parking structures and shit. That's pretty common. But you really have to think about like how, what creates the situation. You have a people who are supposedly God's chosen people, who live the most privileged life of anyone outside of like royalty and shit. They have all the advantage. They have all of the Semitism that anyone could ask for. And yet, there's something in them that sees a puppy or a kitten and thinks, wouldn't it be cool to throw it in a bonfire? I've been around so many bonfires in my life, I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. Thousands. Literally. 1,000 would mean 3 straight years of bonfires. So we'll say 1,000. I've been around 1,000 bonfires. I've never once thought, oh, you know, it'd be cool if we threw an animal in there. I didn't know that about 33. Yeah, well, is it surprising? Duh. But it's like the teen takeovers that were all the rage this summer, supposedly. You know, the teen takeovers are a symptom of our society. The teen takeovers are the teenage version of Venezuela. You can't be mad at these teenagers who have grown up in the Trump years with that little break of Biden in between, kinda, who think if we want something, we just go into a place and we take it. If there's enough of us, then we'll just take it. But I shared that Rathbone video with you yesterday, Mary, and you know, watching them talk about friars, watching them say friars, and then watching the breakdown of how they think that, you know,
it's better to be denied something than to not try. To just, if there's a line, just walk to the front of the line and then be like, well, I'm Jewish, so I should make a big stink, and they'll just let you in. Like, it's just fucking crazy, right? It's crazy. That video is eye-opening. I suggest anybody has a minute, go watch Rathbone's video from yesterday, I believe. It's like it's one of his longer videos, so it's 30 minutes or so. But it really does break down, who they are and what they think and how their cancer spreads. I couldn't believe they used that word. Oh, yeah, I told you. It's interesting because I started using it because I was trying to find a way to talk about them without saying them, because, I don't want to get in trouble. And so I looked up what's the worst insult that you can call somebody in their shit, and friars is the thing. So friars it is. A generation to be taught to think like criminals, just what the world needs. Yeah, well, look at their leadership. Look at what they're watching. As when I grew up, as fake as it was, the presidency of the United States was like this super high position. Ronald Reagan and even George Bush carried himself like what you would think a president is supposed to. They weren't constantly saying racist shit, sexist shit, homophobic shit. They weren't embroiled in, they were eventually embroiled in the Franklin cover-up, but we didn't have the ability to converse about it like we do now. They're watching. No, that's an old word. I used it because of that. But it's just interesting to hear them use it. I can't take credit for making it up or anything. It's their words. But it's fucking nuts. I guarantee there are several people in Israel who know what I look like. They're obsessed with me. And, it just is what it is. One of my thoughts on you pedophiles, you guys should kill yourselves. That's what I think. I think pedophiles should do one good thing in their lifetimes and just kill themselves. Knowing that they can't override their urges and that they're going to hurt a child, or even that the images, the pictures that they look at, that contributes to it. Those pictures wouldn't exist if you weren't looking at them.
Nudge, nudge. One big fat hamburger and French fries. And considering this is so detrimental to your existence, we've already called the wambulance. Wah, 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 wah. Let's say you're in the mood for a hamburger, and you own a herd of
They're using this actual thought process to justify, to say, oh, it's not a genocide. It's not. You can hear the talking head saying, it's not a genocide. If Israel wanted to genocide, they could do it in 1 minute. They could just do it if that's what they wanted to do. But this is what I've been telling you, right?
It makes no sense if you delete your meat supply here and now need to feed the
Did you
people.
ever watch Capturing the Freedmans? No.
Palestine is still online for reasons that are fear-based and need to disappear. Since freedom's not a deer in headlights and lost despite the evil
I forgot what I was saying. Read your comments, forget what I'm saying.
while they cheer for towers falling, they manufacture every gear in the machine that's always calling Goyim
It's fucked up.
TO.
It's fucked up, man. It's just fucked up. And it's like, the weirdest thing about all this is to be right when you don't want to be. I wish at the end of the day, I was just some crazy guy saying some crazy shit like Jesus is coming or some shit like that.
Turns out I'm right about all of this, and it's horrible. God, I wish I wasn't. It's crazy.
Started, you're finished. Blood libel, in fact, is our word.
Oh yeah, blood libel. That's what I was gonna look up. I forgot what I was gonna look up. So there we go. Nothing like music that inspires you and makes you think, right? So blood libel, you hear it said all the time. Anytime, somebody says something and Netanyahu doesn't like it, he says, "Oh, that's blood libel." Lots of revolting shit, so I didn't know what the truth as much as you do. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's okay to be wrong. Right? It's not a big deal being wrong. That's how you get to be right, is by acknowledging where you're wrong. So if you happen to say something or believe something or stumble across something and you say it and it turns out you're wrong, well then you acknowledge it. Oh shit, I was wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Look at this dumb shit. Yet you watch and cry and beg for my attention every single day. So anyway, but you hear them say that shit all the time. That's blood libel. You can't say that. That's blood libel. They've hijacked it. Just like anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism was initially a rallying cry opposing the supremacy. Policy and predisposition favorable to them is supremacy. Anti-Semitism was anti-supremacy, but then they hijacked it. It's the same thing with blood libel. Blood libel is an anti-Semitic trope which falsely accuses Jews of murdering Christians in order to use their blood in performance of religious rituals. See what I mean? Like, that doesn't say anything about if you say something they don't like. It's literally like really awful thing, and it's this one thing that only they get accused of. And if you believe the historical narrative, there are hundreds of cases. Maybe 100. Maybe I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of cases on Wikipedia alone of something that isn't real, but happening or being accused of happening over and over again throughout history. Shows who owns the interwebs. I mean, if they didn't throttle me, I have 8 viewers and 15 likes. Can you guys show me another person that gets this? I mean, I'm not even saying it like I want somebody else to get it. You could show me a feed or two of somebody else that has the same issue. And then I can go, oh, well, I guess it's not as unique as I thought it was. Again, I don't mind being wrong. But I don't know anybody else that gets this shit. 10 likes or 10 viewers and 15 likes? It's just weird. We make an appearance to humanity once all evil has been removed. I'm the messenger. Arrogant bullshit. Alright, well this is it. We're getting towards the end. You got one more. Mary, I know you watch a lot of people. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Guy Williams sucks. That needs to be the title.
Right, because you're supposed to make the Guy Williams suck video. Never. Nobody ever.
I've never seen it. That's why I asked. Thinking maybe I'm just, maybe I'm just missing it. I don't know, but I've never seen anything like it. And of course, everybody else, they all say the same shit. They all read the same fucking script. You can't say it's Zionism, or you have to blame Zionism, blame Israel, and believe that Jesus is going to save you.
If you want some credibility, make me into a celebrity.
Make the Guy Williams Sucks video. How come after all these years, nobody has made the Guy Williams Sucks video? Outside of the one that does exist, that's like the most obvious Israeli, Mossad, I don't know how else you'd describe it. I ask everybody to make a video where you're talking head video, where you're talking shit about me, tell me exactly why I'm wrong and why I'm crazy and all that, and then I'll show it on my feed. We'll show you and we'll see what you look like, and you can say anything you need to say. I'll show it on my feed. And nobody takes me up on it. Yeah, don't give a fuck. There are complete dinguses who have tons of idiots throw them money for no reason. Oh yeah, I was watching. I'm not even allowed to do that. Where are my, where's my stars? Where's my donate here, this kind of shit? Where's my super chats? I don't even get the option to do it. I watched Flex Your Freedoms go live and probably make $500-600 in 15 minutes.
Focused on the ditty, so we only show them pity, though we know they don't deserve it.
Yeah, where are my super chats? Where are those options for me? 7 viewers and 15 likes. Somebody want to show me somebody else in this boat? I'd love to see it. It's all pretty obvious to me. But they believe in God. Well, I can show you all the evidence in the world of something, and you'll be like, well, what's your evidence? But then you believe in something stupid like God with no evidence. It's just shocking. This motherfucker never made a dime in his life except from the government. You a bunch of shit. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Fucking bum. Bum with a B. Bumb. You fucking bum. Yeah. So you watch me every day is what you're saying, and you're crying. What do you mean I don't know what I'm talking about? Are you saying there's something I'm not understanding about Mishnah Nada 5:4? If you can explain it to us, if you can put it into context for us, we'd love to hear it. But I bet you're just gonna fucking hide and cry, right? Tell people what I'm getting wrong. You made a whole comment right there. That's a bunch of run-on sentence bullshit. Oh no, you actually used punctuation, my bad. And yet, explaining exactly what I'm getting wrong or what I'm misunderstanding, you can't seem to do that. Why? Where's the difficulty? I'm just misunderstanding, and I'm a dumb Goyim, and I'm crazy, and I'm all these dumb things. So explain it. I just don't understand where the difficulty is. I love when people say, this guy won't debate me. What the fuck are you talking about? You can debate anything you want. Who's preventing you from debunking anything I'm saying? It's not like I even have anyone as a moderator, so nobody else is deciding anything. By all means, please explain it to me.
Yep, still walking. What the fuck is a bum? It's somebody that doesn't speak English as their first language, trying to sound like they speak English as their first language. It's them, right? It's them. Apparently he watches me every day. Like a tool as a dick and also a tool of the system. It works on both levels. 13 viewers, 15 likes. Totally makes sense. 2,700 subscribers. No, it's unfortunately show up on my feed, right? And you have to click it. Right? If something shows up on your feed, you have to click it. You can't skip it. You definitely can't tell YouTube that you're not interested in these videos. You can't block me. You have to keep watching, coming in here and crying about what I'm doing. You have to. It showed up in my feed.
Is this thing on?
I love all these piss poor excuses. Right? It's just, it's embarrassing how they're this stupid and yet we're losing to them. It's just shocking. You would think, where's all the rabbis? Where's all the scholars? Not once. Not once has there been a rabbi that's somebody that's well, I never believe it when they say they're a rabbi, but you know, that's on me. That's part of my programming, right? Because we've all been programmed that rabbis are these really smart guys. When in reality, they're just fucking stupid. They were taken out of school at like 12 and forced to learn one book. Yep, now I'm triggered. If I don't answer your questions or I don't talk to you, then I'm being mean. And if I do talk about what you're saying, now I'm triggered. You have to love how mental illness, mental disability is like their favorite weapon. Triggered is a PTSD thing, right? Like they love mental illness, and that's what they're always trying to push because they can't. Like Dave Chappelle said it best. The worst thing to do is to call someone crazy because it's dismissive. But if they can get you to think, oh, he's crazy, then you dismiss it. You never acknowledge the pedophilia, that's for sure. Never. They don't acknowledge the fact that I say the most important thing in the world is to protect the Jewish children. Why wouldn't they be on my side if I'm saying more important than anything that exists in the dumb Goyim world, we need to protect the Jewish children? Why wouldn't they be on board with that? He's a venomous rattlesnake. Yeah. A bad guy I am for saying we should stop the child rape.
But that's how you know they lie, since the people steal the real. Those bitches switch their side to ensure they.
Wow, I just saw the shadow of the hawk. It just flew overhead.
It doesn't matter how you feel, the rabbit always beats the terrapin.
Nothing is stopping any of these people from coming in here and saying something really intelligent that just puts me on my ass and makes me look stupid. Nobody is sitting on this really great argument waiting for the right time to say it. And until then, they're just saying all this dumb shit. It's as obvious as it can be. Not to mention, not just me reading it and all that, but the response to it. The response to what I'm saying is just crybaby bullshit. And they always forget to even suggest that there's something wrong with pedophilia and that we should eradicate it. They just don't think along those lines. And it's not even pedophilia to them. You Christians out there, you don't think that when you take communion that you're being cannibalistic by pretending to eat Jesus's body and drink his blood. Right? You just think that's ritual. That's just part of the thing that you need to do to go from point A to point B. Is you have to pretend to do this, but you're not doing whatever. It's part of it. It's the same thing with their shit. They believe that the boys can't have a covenant with Abraham unless metzitzia is performed. Brit Milah has 4 parts, and if all 4 parts aren't completed, then they don't get the mitzvah, they don't get the blessing for the ritual. You have to tell them about their own religion. They know it all. They just play stupid. They know all this shit. They've all unfortunately been victimized by this shit one way or another. It's the sad part about it, because I'm suggesting that the victims are the problem, because they're all victims. But again, they don't see it that way. They don't see it as pedophilia. Like the one fake rabbi said, when I said, what about when you rape a 3-year-old girl, 3-year and 1-day-old girl, and call her your wife? He said, that's not rape, that's an act of God. That's how they see it. They see it as doing their own, like taking their communion. In order to get from point A to point B, they have to do these things. That's why none of them speak out against it.
Our energy spent on paying the rent, we're sent through the ringer. Seeking adventure, we're meant to be singers of anthems and things you're just supposed to accept. But you give them the finger, each motion.
It's fucked up. It's way more fucked up than just some surface bullshit. It's why you have to eradicate it at its core. You can't just deal with the surface issue. You have to eradicate it. And the thing is, that means eradicating the cult. You can't just take a couple of pieces out of the cult and then it still exists. It doesn't work. They won't have their covenant with Abraham. They won't have their connection like they need. When someone has built their consciousness on falsehoods, the truth shakes their whole existence. It's fun to watch. Yeah, I know. I mean, it sucks. I feel bad for the psychological damage. I mean, at the end of the day, they were children at one point, and they were victimized as children. That's how you get an entire culture that can say, fuck you and your house. Yeah, you got bombed, but you survived, didn't you? Okay, now go buy a new house. You weren't raped from birth till 12, and then once you turn 15, 16, forced to rape a kid yourself to get your redemption for what was done to you. Because, it's not rape. It's transcending the sins. These are transcendence rituals for redemption. They do these things to transcend their sins into the child, and then the child is like this vessel of sin until they get old enough to do it to another child. It's so fucked up. Right? It's just so fucked up. But it explains it. They don't think of it as a free $3.8 billion a year. They think, yeah, we've paid for this. From birth till 12 till we aged out of it. Yeah, we had to pay for it. Now give us our money. It's fun to watch. Anyone begging to tell me I don't feel sorry for. Yeah, it's a weird feeling, right? It is, because as an adult, they've been an adult for any period of time. They should be responsible for their own, lives and whatnot. But you have to remember that they're kept in a very small, tight circle, right? They're prevented from watching TV, from using the internet. They're kept in this very small community where all of the children have it done to them. All of the adults are doing it. partaking in it. And if they speak up, all of the adults tell them, oh, stop it. You're just making things up. Even though they've been through it themselves. You know, it's like, no, you didn't. You weren't abused. You weren't abused. And it's just, it becomes second nature to them. It's so fucked up. It really is. I hate I hate what it means, what it stands for, but you have to eliminate it. You know, it has to be eliminated. I guess it's different in religion. I was sexually abused since 2, and I would never make excuses or repeat that abuse. Yeah, that's because you had a sick fuck, right? People don't, because we keep treat it as so taboo. We don't look at it like it's a sexual identity, like being gay or like being straight or like whatever. Liking children, you have to have it in you to like to be attracted to children. You know, if I was on a plane that crashed with the 7th grade fucking cheerleading team and everybody else died in the world and we were the last ones alive, had to repopulate, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be attracted, my shit wouldn't work being attracted to these little girls like that. It's not who I am. You could, strap me to whatever chair you want and have me watch the most awful things, and I'm never gonna, like you can't convince me that titties are bad. You're not gonna convince me that children are good. And these people it's who they are. And as people who live in our society where gay and straight are commonplace, we know what those look like. So when we see a child that is kind of a little ladies' man or has a lot of sugar in the tank, we go, oh, that kid's gonna grow up to be gay. Oh, that kid's gonna grow up to be, a ladies' man. We don't know what to look for when it comes to pedo because it's such a taboo subject. But I think pedos do. I think pedos know what to look for, and they recognize, things that they thought, actions and mannerisms that they had, and they see that in kids. And you're not always right. There's plenty of times where you think a kid's gonna be a ladies' man and he turns into a dork, or the kid grew up surrounded by women, so he has a bunch of sugar in his tank, but as soon as he gets older, he's not gay. That happens a lot. People can be wrong a lot. And I think the predators are wrong a lot. But a lot of the times they're right. That's why so many people who know the fucking pain personally can still cause another child that kind of pain. Like that's unbelievable that anybody could, that what that feels like firsthand and that you could do it to somebody else. Like it's not something that we can wrap our heads around because we aren't them. Just like I can't wrap my head around sticking a dick in my mouth. Blech. just blech. Doesn't mean I'm opposed to it, but for me personally, no, it's disgusting. You want to put dicks in your mouth, do it all day. I don't give a fuck. You're a female and you're doing it to me, I don't mind at all. But there's more to this than we're allowed to realize, and that and so you have all these people out there who like I know, I've talked about it many times. There's one of the neighborhood kids. Many years ago, I caught him trying to get his younger cousin to take her pants down so they could look at her vagina. And thankfully I heard it. I heard the conversation, came out, stopped it, took the kids home, blah, blah, blah. That kid actually was abused. And if he grows up to abuse children, I'm not gonna be surprised. His father is a fucking pedophile. Oh, Jesus, now we have this piece of shit here. Another one of these fucking disgusting friars is here who will cry about what's said, but doesn't have anything negative to say about the pedophilia.
Why do you keep bringing this up? It's old news. Again, who says that? Who fucking says something so stupid? He wants us to focus on genocide stuff and stuff like that we're supposed to be talking about. Don't keep talking about these things. Until there's no need to talk about them anymore, I'm going to talk about them. And I'm going to suggest that this piece of shit, especially this piece of shit, is eradicated. They all need to be eradicated. Given the option, are you going to denounce the cult that you're in and move forward and make everybody, live together with everybody and not practice pedophile rituals? And if you agree to it, you're also agreeing to being monitored, because obviously we're not just going to take your word on it. But if you disagree, then, you got to go. You got to go. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Get your free download, www.the-bilderberg-group.com. It's free. When you click download, it'll ask you how much you want to pay. Click 0 and it's free, or you can donate. Either way, all we ask is to share with somebody. We do appreciate the donations, but all we ask is to share with somebody. The rest of the links in the description are the greatest presentation you'll find for exactly what I'm saying and why we should eradicate this cancer. So go check out all the different links, whether you agree or disagree. If you disagree, then you'll find where I get a lot of my information from. So you study up and you see what you can come up with. Mishnah Nada is the wall. Nothing is worse than Mishnah Nada. We need to eradicate it. So go get your free download. Go sign up to the Facebook page. Like, share, and sub there. Blah, blah, blah. Like, share, and sub this video. Have yourself a great day. And you pedophiles, well, you should kill yourself.